Hi, this is Paul Condry of the Regional Radio Sports Network. That may be my professional title, but did you know that I'm also the son of a U.S. Navy World War II veteran and the proud father of a United States Marine? Let me share with you something very close to my heart. It's called the Semper Fi Fund and its program America's Fund, which provides immediate lifetime support for post-9/11 wounded, critically ill, and injured members of the U.S. Armed Forces, veterans, and their families to ease recovery and transition back home to their communities. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. The basic idea that drives these efforts is simple. For as much as our heroes have sacrificed, they deserve the best care and support available in their hour of need, whenever it may occur. The Semper Fi Fund, a 4-star charity and an A+ rating, has served over 16,000 members since 2004. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. For more information, visit them online at www.semperfifund.org.
From Bob Otulski Field here on the campus of Marian High School in Mishawaka, Indiana, the Regional Radio Sports Network is proud to present Marian Knights football. Tonight, the Knights, who come in with a record of 3-3, 3-1 in the Northern Indiana Conference, under the direction of 6th-year head coach Mike Davidson, welcome the Cougars of New Prairie High School under the direction of 5th-year head coach Casey McKim, come in with a record of 4-2, 2-2 in the Northern Indiana Conference. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jaden Yost. I'll bring in my broadcast partner, Mike Brock, here shortly. And Liz Hoosier upstairs bringing us the sights and the sounds for tonight's game. Fred Maxey back at home, running Scoreboard Central as always for us, always doing a great job at the Condry household. Last week, the Knights showed an all-around offense that racked up the yards in bunches and was up 21-0 early on in their game against Washington, eventually cruising to a 41-14 win. The Knights showed that they could move the ball early and then let the defense go to work. And as I bring in Coach Rock to the mix, Mike, it started as soon as junior quarterback Mitch Fimble got the ball in his hands.
That's right. It did not take long for Marian to accumulate points in last week's game. I believe the score at the end of the first quarter was 21-0. A solid performance by the Marian Knights. They are playing together as a team. They are playing with confidence. Their skilled players are working in sync, and it's really a joy to watch them play. They are competitive. They are well coached. And they are doing everything they can the right way out onto the field. One area of concern, though, for Coach Mike Davidson, I'm sure, is the number of penalties. Last week, the Marian Knights were penalized over a dozen times for more than 100 yards. They got to get that cleaned up before playoff season arrives, which is just in a few weeks.
And then switching gears to that New Prairie Cougars team, coming into this one after a 49-0 shutout of the South Bend Riley Wildcats, and one of the best all-around performances as well. And they're led by a solid quarterback in Reed Robinson and a leader in the secondary in Bo Kumichek.
Yeah, I watched the New Prairie team get off the bus tonight, and I was waiting for the end of the line to leave the bus, and it seemed like it never ended. I asked Coach Kim, how many players got off the bus tonight? And he said over 100. And as I've been watching this team in warm-ups, I can tell that they are well coached. They know what they're doing out on the field. They're going to play with intensity, and they're going to run and pound the ball just like they did last week against Riley. Last week they also made a lot of scores on special teams with a blocked kick, return for a touchdown. It's just going to be a really good game tonight. I'm looking forward to it. We got two teams that are well coached. We have kids on these teams that have been around championship teams, and they know what it takes to get to that level to be a champion. It's just going to be a good game tonight. Looking forward to it.
Well, we're going to step aside for a 2-minute timeout, and when we return, we'll go one-on-one with New Prairie head coach Casey McKim and recap their game against Riley and discuss tonight's matchup as you're tuned in to Marian Knights football on the Regional Radio Sports Network. Our coverage of Marian High School sports on the Regional Radio Sports Network is presented by our friends at Harrison Sons Construction. For over a decade, Harrison Sons Construction have offered full-service remodeling and construction, projects including kitchen, bathroom, and interior home remodeling. In addition, Harrison Sons Construction also offers roofing, siding, and interior-exterior painting. For more information on the services of Harrison Sons Construction, phone number is 574-514-2104.
With Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, our online banking and mobile app.
Every day, the men and women of the United States Marine Corps demonstrate their commitment to defend the American way of life. Since 1775, wherever the mission takes us, we always remember the land we call home. As Marines, we take a stand for our nation, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Brady's in Granger is the place to go before or after the game. Locally owned and operated for more than a decade, they are a family-oriented business featuring a private party room with seating for up to 60 people, along with an outside patio area that can seat up to 20 guests. Located at State Road 23 and Bittersweet Road, Beefs has daily specials Monday through Friday and offers dine-in and carry-out service. They are also the spot to watch all of your sporting events. For more information, the website is www.beefobradys.com or call 574-271-1415. Beef O'Brady's, good food, good sports.
Live on the Regional Radio Sports Network, I'm joined right now by head coach Casey McKim of the new Prairie Cougars as they're on the road against the Marian Knights. Casey, you're coming off of a 49-0 win last week over Riley. What did you see as a coaching staff that you liked from the performance, and what kind of things that maybe still need a little bit of tweaking?
I would say the biggest thing is we loved how everybody got involved. Our special teams made some big plays with a blocked punt and field goal, and then pick six by our defense. Offense was able to have some big explosive plays. I think the biggest thing is still consistency. Just being able to do it drive in, drive out, especially offensively. Just moving the ball consistently and creating big explosives so you don't got to take 18-play drives down the field, 18-play drives. So just really trying to create more explosiveness, I say, is the biggest thing we're trying to improve upon.
You have three guys on your squad, and Reed Robinson, Bo Kamichek, and Zach Henrik. We're all part of that baseball state championship team in June. What kind of winning attitude from that event do these players bring to your program, and what kind of effect does that have on your underclassmen?
Yeah, absolutely, and they were all on the team when we went to the state finals as well a few years ago in 4A, so those guys have a lot of experience being in big games, being a part around great cultures and what it takes to win. So, yeah, those young men have been tremendous leaders. You want to produce is number one, and then second is to help others around you produce under critical moments, and being in those big moments, there's no question. It's a huge asset.
We're 2/3 of the way through this season. It just seems like yesterday that you had your opening night game against LaPorte. And how far has this team come since that very first week of practice back in the summer?
Well, I think the biggest thing is, you're trying to find that right mix. So, there's some positives, there's some negatives. You got to reevaluate some things. We've had some rocky games, struggled offensively very badly against St. Joe. Elkhart, we moved the ball, but struggled to kind of put it in there. So, offensively, defensively, we've been very consistent. Special teams have given up some big plays. So really, it's just been an up and down. And so now the question is, we know how well we can play. The question is, can we do it every single game, every single quarter, every single drive? So really that's what we're aiming towards, and every week is an opportunity to get to that level.
We're about 9 days out from the state tournament pairing show. How has kind of your schedule prepared you for the state football tournament?
NIC has unbelievable talent. Obviously, facing Mishawaka, St. Joe, two private schools that have a long, rich history, two large schools in terms of Elkhart and Penn that have massive enrollments. And then you got South Bend schools, which have some unbelievable athletes, and over the years have had some great success. So the NIC is a tremendous opportunity for us to see some top level athletes, some top level coaching, and some top level programs. So anytime you're really doing that week in, week out, it's going to prepare you for the playoffs.
You take on a Marian team that is going to come out and hit you guys hard until that clock hits the double zeros. What does Mike Davinson's group have that could cause your team a little bit of problems? But on the flip side, what are some keys tonight for that new Prairie team for you guys to come out with the win?
Coach Davidson does an outstanding job. They're extremely well coached. They know where to be. They play with great effort, great focus. The biggest thing on our end is to stop the explosive plays, play consistently, can't have any mistakes, and then create explosives on our own end, try to get some short fields, do some things that are going to allow us to put some big points up on the board, and defensively just really trying to limit their explosives and special teams. You try to play it even or try to get a positive. So really it comes down to whether you can execute or not. That's what it's all about, physicality and execution.
This game could be a huge factor in the NIC standings. What does that mean for your squad, and how important is it for your team to come out here and get the win?
It's massive for us to come out and get a win. Everything that's in front of us right now, whatever's in front of us, is the most important thing. Tonight is a huge opportunity to face a tremendous program that's well coached, extremely talented, and is going to really tell us where we're at, what we need to improve upon, and what we need to do to get where we need to be by the end of the season to do some damage in the playoffs. So that is the biggest thing, and that's by far the most important. Standings in the NIC, extremely important, but it's about playing really good football. And if we continue to do that and improve, then good things are going to happen by the end of the season.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck today.
Thank you very much.
You know there's a place right here in Michiana that provides comfort and care for families of sick or injured children? Ronald McDonald House Charities of Michiana gives families everything they need, whether it's a hot shower, a comfortable bed, or a home-cooked meal. This allows parents to truly prioritize the health and well-being of their child. Because of people in this community just like you, RMHC Michiana provides their services at zero cost to the families. Find out how you can volunteer or donate to rmhcmichiana.org.
With Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, our online banking and mobile app are like having a branch at your fingertips, with everything you need to manage your account 24/7. Enjoy better banking when and where you want it. Features include bill pay, money transfer, budgeting, early payday program, and much more. Head to NotreDameFCU.com to learn more and get $200 when you add a direct deposit.
The fighting spirit of the Marine Corps is born of battles won. Battles won within, over enemies of fear, enemies of doubt. It's who we are. It's what we do. It's a promise made to you for more than 2 centuries. A promise of the Marines.
At the Veterans Health Administration.
Tonight's game is being sponsored by McDonald Physical Therapy and Sports Rehabilitation Center, located at 1005 North Hickory Road in South Bend. For over 3 decades, McDonald Physical Therapy and Sports Rehabilitation Center has been helping Michiana get stronger every day. Their phone number is 574-233-5754.
And now we're going to go over some of those starting lineups, starting with the New Prairie offense, along with that Marian defense.
A New Prairie offense. Here we go. It all starts with their quarterback, number 3, Reed Robinson. He's 6 feet, 184 pounds, and a junior. He has rushed for 459 yards this season. Offensive line, beginning with their center, number 77, Lee Atherton, 6'2", 268 pounds sophomore. And to the right, playing guard, Tyler Pranger, 6 feet 1, 260 pounds, and a sophomore. Right tackle is James Snyder, number 75, 273 pounds, and a senior. To the left, we have Henry Lukowski, 6'1", 250 pounds, and a junior. Number 68, and number 55, Lane Solt, left tackle, 5'10", 275 pounds, and a junior. In the backfield and at the receiver positions, we have number 1, Zach Hendrich, 5'11", 173 pounds, and a senior. He has rushed for 575 yards and 7 touchdowns so far this season. And we have Noah Oberle, number 0, 5'7", 154 pounds, and a junior. And number 18, Keegan Taylor, 5'10", 175 pounds, and a senior. He has 7 receptions for 229 yards and 2 TDs. And left receiver, we have Bo Kumacek, 6 feet 1, 172 pounds, and a senior. He has 6 receptions for 115 yards, and he has caught a 41-yard TD pass. Now for that Marian defense. It all starts in the middle with the linebackers. Number 0, Joseph Boone, senior, 48 tackles so far this season. Outside linebacker is Lucas Primrose, 5'8", 179 pounds, and a senior. 24 tackles, 4 tackles for loss. And your right linebacker, Nicholas Quiet, 5'11", 184 pounds, and a senior, 16 tackles. Now to the line of scrimmage, number 99, Caleb Johnson, 6'2", 223 pounds, is a senior, 35 tackles, 13 tackles for loss, and he has had an interception return for a touchdown and 4 sacks this season. On the inside, we have Seth Kerzeder, 6'1", 207 pounds, and a junior, 23 tackles and 3 tackles for loss. Other defensive tackle, number 50, Eric Logan, 6 feet, 252 pounds, and a senior, 47 tackles, 12 tackles for loss. And then at the end, we have Isaac Walton, number 63, 6 feet, 1 inch, 210 pounds, and a junior. Then the secondary, a very strong secondary the Knights have. Starting with number 4 at corner, Quinn Roan, a 5'11", 160-pound senior, 30 tackles and an interception. The other corner is number 26, Cooper Suth, 5'7", 141 pounds and a senior, 22 tackles and an interception. Then the safeties, tough safeties the Knights have. Braden Smith, 6'1", 200 pounds and a senior, 61 tackles. I believe that leads the team. 3 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions, 2 fumble recoveries. And then the other safety, Mitch Fimble, number 9, also plays quarterback. He's 5'11", 168 pounds and a junior, and he has 10 tackles so far this season for the Knights.
Flipping sides on the contrary, looking at that Marian offense led by quarterback Lucas Marr, it's a dual threat between number 5, Lucas Marr, who's 5'10", 178 pounds and a junior, as well as number 9, Mitch Fimble, 5'11", 168 and a junior. In the backfield, they're joined by number 7, Aiden Hansen, 5'10", 177-pound senior, and the big man in the backfield. He's a big impact on the field, may not be the tallest stature, but the 5'5", 150-pound senior in number 2, Brian Osman, who's a big threat for them with 100 rushes for 558 yards and 6 touchdowns. Number 22, Lucas Primrose, 5'8", 179-pound senior. Then your receivers, number 1, Deuce Owens, 6'1", 200-pound senior, and 17, Jack DeRoll, 6'1", 168-pound senior. And the big man up front, number 65, Preston Shue, 5'8", 254-pound junior at the center position. Returning for the Knights, number 71, Giovanni Garcia de la Torre, 6'3", 273, and a senior at that right guard position. Right tackle, number 56, Doran Brooks, 6'1", 236-pound junior. Number 64, Mark Warbington, 5'10", 254-pound senior at the left guard position. And the big man, number 69, Prescott Horvath, 6'8", 297-pound junior at the left tackle position. Flipping over to that New Prairie defense. Up front at the nose guard position, number 82, Isaac Frank, 6'3", 215-pound senior. And your defensive end, Lucas Maupin, number 42, 6'5", 230-pound senior. And on the other side, Bryce Bell, number 44, 6'3", 210-pound senior. And your linebackers on the interior, number 12, Hayden Whitenack, 6'2", 195-pound senior. In the middle, number 16, Harrison Groves, 6 foot, 206-pound senior. Lathan Rhodes, number 8, 6 foot, 170-pound senior. And on the outside, linebackers are number 0, Noah Oberle, 5'7", 154-pound junior, and 21, Brock Barkovic, 6 foot, 188-pound senior. And in the secondary, number 31, Bo Kamichek, 6'1", 172-pound senior. Number 4, Hayden Scott, 6'1", 195-pound senior. Number 18, Keegan Taylor, 5'10", 170-pound senior.
We have a scoreboard update. Triton 14, Western 0, South Bend Washington 7, South Bend Adams 0, Concord 14, Goshen 0, and Lawrence North 6, and Warren Central 0. Tonight's officials. Let's see, we have tonight's officials. We have Jay Squibb, Lance Mestock, Jamie Dolniak, Jason Metcalf, and the referee, Brian Metcalf.
Our coverage of Marian High School sports on the Regional Radio Sports Network is presented by our friends at Harrison Sons Construction. For over a decade, Harrison Sons Construction have offered full-service remodeling and construction. Projects include kitchen, bathroom, and interior home remodeling. In addition, Harrison Sons Construction also offers roofing, siding, and interior-exterior painting. For more information on the services of Harrison Sons Construction, phone number is 574-514-2104.
In all things we begin in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. God our Father, we gather here in your name and ask the Holy Spirit to be with us. We are thankful for the many blessings and gifts that you have bestowed upon all your sons and daughters. Most of all, we are thankful today for the gift of our bodies and minds, that in our activities we may use them to give greater glory to you, who love us above all things. Through the intercession of Mary and all the angels and saints, may we be protected from all harm and inspired to follow the path of holiness day in and day out. We ask this in the name of our Son, Jesus, the Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen.
This game is being sponsored by McDonald Physical Therapy and Sports Rehabilitation Center, located at 1005 North Hickory Road in South Bend. For over 3 decades, McDonald Physical Therapy and Sports Rehabilitation Center has been helping Michiana get stronger every day. Their phone number is 574-233-5754, and their website is mcdonaldpt.com.
About a minute and a half until we get this underway. We're going to step aside for a quick 30-second break, and we'll come back and we'll get ready for kickoff here at Bob Tolsky Field at beautiful Mishawaka Marian High School.
Did you know there's a place right here in Michiana that provides comfort and care for families of sick or injured children? Ronald McDonald House Charities of Michiana gives families everything they need, whether it's a hot shower, a comfortable bed, or a home-cooked meal. This allows parents to truly prioritize the health and well-being of their child. Because of people in this community just like you, RMHC Michiana provides their services at zero cost to the families. Find out how you can volunteer or donate to rmhcmichiana.org.
And we're back getting ready for kickoff as both teams send their captains out to midfield for the coin flip.
Something you may notice that's a little different about the Knights tonight is that their uniforms are black. This is the first time this season that they are wearing black uniforms. Usually it's their royal blue uniform or a white uniform for the away game. But they're wearing all black. They do look a little intimidating there on the sideline, wearing their black uniforms and royal blue helmets. And as an announcer, I really appreciate their jerseys because I can read the numbers very easily. I'll be able to pinpoint who makes a good tackle and block, catch, throw, run. It'll be easy to recognize those athletes because I'll be able to see their numbers.
Yeah, as mentioned by my partner and Coach Rock, those black uniforms really let the white numbers pop, and rocking those royal blue helmets. And you can see on the sidelines a lot of the players rocking that pink because we are in Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And on the contrary, The New Prairie Cougars are rocking the white jerseys with the navy blue accents, the navy blue and gold pants, and the gold helmets.
Marian will receive and defend each goal.
All right, Knights are going to be on offense first. Final pregame encouragement. Here we go. By the way, the beautiful weather tonight. Could not ask for anything better. There's no wind. There's no precipitation. Just clear sky that's beginning to darken a bit. And a comfortable temperature.
I'll tell you, one of the big things I like about Marian is excellent choice of kickoff music. Dropkick Murphys, The Boys Are Back is a classic.
Brian Metcalf, James Goliak, Jason Metcalf, Jay Squibb, and Les Mustache.
It's going to be number 3 for the Knights, Braxton Brooks, to return the kickoff. Also, this is kind of interesting. Joe Boone out there to receive. He's on the KOR, kickoff return team. Kicking for the Cougars is number 27, Loken Shalik, 5'11", 169-pound junior.
As the Cougars are set to kick off.
And here we go.
The kick is short by the
Recovered.
Cougars.
That's a live ball!
And the Cougars go with the early onside kick, and the quick recovery caught Marian off guard. And the Cougars are going to take over with excellent field position early on in this game.
As soon as that ball goes 10 yards, it's a live ball that can be recovered by either team. Either team can take possession of the ball. That time the Knights were caught asleep. They're on the sideline. That's something that they will need to correct before the playoffs come around. Big special teams play already in the game, and no time has expired from the clock.
Reed Robinson in the shotgun. Zach Henrik to his left. Single receiver out to the far side. The handoff up the middle, and Henrik has plenty of room. He's to the 15, just outside the 10 to the 11. The official call. They're going to down it at the 12-yard line.
Okay, 23-yard gain. Boy, New Prairie is just taking control of this game, and it's only 2 plays in. Come on, Marian Knights, you need to wake up. The game started.
Reed Robinson with a single back to his left. One singular receiver out to the right. He's going to keep it himself, go up to the middle, and he's met. And there's some dirty laundry out on the field. As a short gain there. Gain of 2.
What do we got here? Offensive holding. Assisting the runner. I guess that's legal in the NFL, but maybe not in high school football. First and 13.
Reed Robinson in the shotgun once again with Henrik to his right. Kumicek wide right. And he keeps it himself. Gain of 2.
Stop on the play by
Kuziter with the cleanup tackle.
Game 2 on the play.
Robinson with a single back in the backfield. It's going to be Hayden Scott, number 4. 2 receivers out wide left, 1 to the right. He's back to pass, steps up in the pocket, lets it rip, and it's bobbled and unable to control it. Heavy pressure from Braden Smith from that Marian defense in that secondary.
The pass broken up by number 26, Cooper Suth. Beautiful play. I thought that was going to be caught for a touchdown, but Suth comes in at the last second, knocks the ball away. I'm almost surprised that New Prairie threw the ball. That was a well-thrown ball, and that receiver was open for a moment.
Scott in the backfield with Robinson. 2 receivers out wide right, 1 to the left. Rolling out of the pocket, lets it rip, and it's complete to Keegan Taylor, who's going to be marked down at the 2-yard line.
Keegan Taylor on the reception.
First and goal for the Cougars, as it's still scoreless with 10:47 left to go in the first quarter. From the 2-yard line.
Boy, look at that formation. They are all bunched up together.
Robinson under center. Takes the snap, quick handoff, and both of them walk in with it. But at the end of the day, he hands it off to number 16.
Harrison Groves.
Harrison Groves gets the short handoff. They made a last-second judgment call to figure out who was going to take that into the end zone. And Robinson decided to play the unselfish game and let it go, giving his teammate the play.
Logan Chalik on to attempt the extra point.
Mamaza with the hold. The kick from Chalik is good as the Cougars take the early 7-0 lead with 10:35 left to go in this first quarter of action.
You know, there's always going to be some adversity at some point in a football game. And it turns out that Marian is facing that adversity from the very beginning of the game. They were surprised with a long onside kick. And then New Prairie came out, ran the ball, and also attempted a few passes, but got into the end zone. So this game isn't going to be as easy as it was last week. The Marian Knights are facing some adversity. Let's see how they respond. Hey, the New Prairie Cougars, they look like a well-coached team.
Props to Coach McKim. Definitely a great play call coming out with that onside kick, catching Marian off guard, off the rip, and able to drive it, starting from excellent field position, able to drive it on the Knights and get the quick score.
Well, in the place where they made the short kick last time, they have Deuce Owens on the field to possibly catch any more short kicks.
Chalik to kick off here for the Cougars. And the kick from Chalik is short yet again.
There you go. Good play.
The fair catch from the up man. Fair caught by number 47 at the 40-yard line.
That's J.J. Gruber. Very smart play, young man. Just catch the ball. The Knights have great field position. The ball is on the 40-yard line. Good job, J.J. Gruber.
As we'll see Mitch Fimble out on the field for the Knights at quarterback.
Coach Davison alluded to at the beginning of the game tonight.
He's got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, with Brooks in the backfield. Sends a receiver in motion, handoff to Brooks, up the middle.
Look, that's a couple of tough yards. That's the kind of game it's going to be tonight. New Prairie is physical.
He's down at the Marian 43-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play.
As I was saying, Marian's kind of running a hurry-up offense here. They're not huddling.
Same formation. Fimble takes the snap, looking to throw, steps up, lets
Nice
it
go,
throw
Deuce.
to Owens. Owens down inside Cougar territory at the 38-yard line.
Tackle on the play by Brock Marcevic.
As I was saying a moment ago, Mitch Fimble getting the start tonight, and I think the reason for that is because he takes care of the football.
2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Single back in the backfield is going to be Osman. Brooks in motion to the backfield. And Fimble steps up, lets it rip to DeRoll. Who's in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Marian Knights.
38-yard touchdown.
Mitch Fimble with the 38-yard long ball. Staying calm, cool, collected in the pocket as he takes a step up and lets it rip to Jack DeRoll, who is behind the secondary and had a wide open lane to the end zone.
Beautiful ball, beautiful route, beautiful catch.
As Primrose looks to square it up at 7. The snap from Shu down, and it's up and good from Primrose.
Hey, every touchdown is brought to you by Troy Gill and Health Markets Insurance Agency. Call Troy with all your life, health, and Medicare needs at 574-360-0791. That's 574-360-0791. And Marian First Downs are brought to you by J-Mill Corrugated Packaging and the DeRoll family. Partner, do you think this is going to be a high-scoring game? We have 2 touchdowns in 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Judging by what we're seeing from both teams are showing that they're able to move the ball offensively. I think this is going to be a matter of whose defense can make the stop first.
You know, as I mentioned a moment ago, Marian faced some adversity. How are they going to respond? Their offense responded by scoring a touchdown. Nice drive, Marian.
As Primrose is getting set up to kick off. Bo Kamichek and Noah Oberly back to receive for the Cougars. The kick from Primrose. Takes a bounce and Oberly grabs it. He's returning it. He's out to the 30-yard line. And they're going to mark him down at the 30-yard line. Cougars start the drive from their own 30-yard line as Reed Robinson looks to come out and lead the charge.
Sets up the Cougars first and 10 at their own 30.
Hayden Scott in the backfield with Robinson, with Kamichek wide right for Robinson. Bunch formation, sends a receiver in motion. And the handoff to Scott. He's met at the line of scrimmage, and he gets a gain of 1 on the play.
Hayden Scott on the carry.
As he's met by Braden Smith at the line. Just able to push forward for a gain of 1.
Braden Smith led the Marian tacklers. Gain of 1 on the play.
Kamichek out wide left. Scott in the backfield. And Robinson's going to keep it himself as he's being chased out by Marian defenders. Able to get past him. He's continuing, and he takes the hit like a champ. He's out at the 50-yard line.
Boy, Robinson on that play, and I haven't seen this yet this season. Ran over Joe Boone.
And they're going to mark him out of bounds on the far
he ran
side.
out of bounds.
Yeah, then we're going to mark him out of bounds at the 44-yard at their own 44-yard line. As two receivers split out wide right, one to the left. Kamichek on the far side. One single back in the backfield. Snap a little high, hand off to Scott. We got dirty laundry on the field as it gets a gain of 3.
Holding against New Prairie.
Flag on the play, holding against the Cougars.
Holding against the Cougars. Brings them back 10.
Yeah, Hayden Scott, number 4, he seems to be the workhorse tonight so far. He's 6 feet 1 inch, 195 pounds, and a senior. He has rushed 22 times this season for a total of 147 yards, but he scored 5 TDs so far this season.
1st and 20 from their own 34-yard line. Robinson takes the snap, lets it throw to Henrik. Henrik's down at the 50. Going to make it the 49-yard line into Cougars territory. It's going to give them a 2nd and a long 3.
Game 17. And the New Prairie first down.
Robinson with Scott in the backfield once again. Kamichek out to the right. Henrik and Taylor out wide left.
It's a fumble.
And it's a fumble. Miscommunication. Robinson was going to try to hand it off, but I think he pulled it late and just missed it. As they're backed up, it's going to be a 3rd and 8.
Gosh, New Prairie going against all their tendencies so far this season.
3rd and 8 from their own 46-yard line.
They're usually a run-heavy offense, but they've passed.
Kamichek wide right. Taylor and Henrik wide left. Scott in the backfield with Robinson. Robinson drops back in the pocket, steps up, lets it go. And a little bit too high for Henrik. He was able to get a single hand on it, but not enough to bring it down. It's going to be a 4th down. The Cougars are going to bring out their punt team.
Harrison Gibbons on the coverage.
That secondary of the Marian Knights is pretty strong.
Isaac Frunk on to kick.
So far, Robinson,
Braxton Brooks.
he has thrown the ball 4 times tonight.
Frank to kick for the Cougars. Brooks to receive for the Knights. And with heavy pressure, he lets it go. He's able to get the kickoff. And it's muffed by the Knights and recovered by number 31 in Kamichek. And the Cougars are going to take back over at the Knights' 19-yard line.
Okay, here once again, the Marian Knights are facing some adversity.
Frank now in the game for the Cougars, as they have a single back and Scott in the backfield. Kamichek out wide left, 1st and 10. And Robinson keeps it himself. And he's got a great gap, and he's out at the 1-yard line. Official mark is at the 1-yard line, as it's 1st and goal for the Cougars.
That's his third keep of the night for a total of 37 yards. Looks like the ball is on the 1-yard line.
Robinson in the shotgun with Scott to his left. Kamichek out wide left. 2 tight ends set. And Robinson keeps it himself. And that's
Touchdown.
enough for the touchdown. as the Cougars take back the lead 13-7 with 6:55 left to go in this first quarter of play. As we're going to see the extra point unit come out, led by Logan Chalik.
Usually the team that takes care of the football is the team that ends up winning the game, and so far tonight, the Marian Knights have turned the ball over twice. Both special teams plays with turnovers.
The snap, the hold by Mamaza. The kick is up and good by Chalik as the Cougars lead the Knights 14-7. 6:55 left to go in the first quarter.
Notre Dame Federal Credit Union is proud to partner with Marian High School. As a supporter of the Knights, you are eligible for a Notre Dame FCU membership. Open an account and request an Elevate debit or credit card, directing 1% of all purchases right back to Marian High School. Head to NotreDameFCU.com/elevate to support Catholic education and help offset the cost of a student's tuition. Boy, I recall Coach McKim saying at the beginning of the game in his interview that he wanted his team to have shorter drives. Well, that's happening.
Quick drives from both teams, actually, as a lot of special teams action today.
Oh.
As Chalik sets down, using his tee as he backs up for the kickoff. Brooks back deep to receive for the Knights. The kick from Chalik as a line drive to Brooks. Brooks returning, finds a gap, and he's still on his feet pushing as he's going to be down at about the 36-yard line for the Knights.
Here's a quick scoreboard update. Western 14, Tippy 7, Glen 7, LaVille 7, South Bend Washington 14, South Bend Adams 7, Mishawaka 7, Warsaw 7, Carroll 10, Homestead 0, Snyder 21, Northrop 7.
As Mitch Fimble comes trotting out with the Knights.
Also, the Penn Kingsmen are leading the Elkhart Lions 3-0. Oh, we got trips.
3 receivers to the near side.
Got trips action to the left.
With Osman in the backfield. Receiver in motion.
It's gonna be a receiver screen.
Going wide is Brooks. As it's a handoff to Osman.
Oh.
Who looks to change directions but unable to go anywhere. Swallowed up by that Cougars defense. And no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 for the Knights. .6:22 left here to go in the first quarter. Cougars lead 14-7. As Mitch Fimble ready to take the snap. Roll out, and he keeps it himself, but he's wrapped up by the Cougars.
That's number 16, Harrison Groves.
Led by
senior.
Harrison Groves, who also has a touchdown in this game with some dirty laundry on the field.
Early indication it's against the Knights. Oh, there's another flag.
This coach Mike Davidson asking for an explanation. Personal foul against Marian. Looks like a little bit of extracurricular in the trenches. And it looks like they're going to get De La Torre. As the Knights are going to get backed up.
It's going to go all the way back to the 22-yard line.
Back to mark down at the 17.
They have to get to the 47 for a first down. That's 47 minus 17. 30 yards to go for a first down.
3rd down and 30 as Mitch Fimble is ready to get his squad rolling. Official mark is the 18-yard line.
It's going to be the 22.
Oh, now at the 22-yard line. Official mark is down at the 22 as Mitch Fimble is in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his right. Single back in the backfield is Osman. Rollout from Fimble rolls out, and it's nearly picked off by Oberly. And Oberly had a clear lane to the end zone. Unfortunately, unable to hang on to that ball. As we're going to see Simon Askey come out onto the field, lined up to punt from his own 5-yard line. The snap, and it's a high ball up the elevator shaft. Takes a bounce at the 50, and a friendly tumble to the Cougars' 35-yard line before downed by Jack to roll.
That's about a 55-yard punt. 44-yard punt.
Robinson and the Cougars ready to take over from their own 35-yard line. 5:52 left to go. Cougars lead 14-7 in this first quarter of action. Kamichek wide right to the near side. Henrik, the lone back in the backfield with Robinson. The handoff to Henrik.
Ooh, Joe Boone. No, that's not Joe Boone.
That's Braden Smith.
Braden Smith, the safety, number 6, leading tackler of the Marian Knights football team this year. Solid tackle.
It's a gain of 2. 2nd and 2 for the Cougars.
Gain of 2.
Zach Hendricks back in it, running back.
Henrik,
1.
the lone back in the backfield once again. To Robinson's right. Kamichek, the lone receiver to the left. Robinson evades a sack attempt, and he's still on his feet, but he slips at about the 40-yard line.
Number 22, Lucas Primrose of the
Brings
Knights.
up 3rd and 5 for the Cougars.
Tackle. That's Robinson's 5th rush of the night. 5 rushes for 43 yards and a touchdown.
Robinson in the shotgun. Kamichek, the lone receiver to the right.
Number 19.
Scott in the backfield. And it's completed.
It's Nick Quiet on the tackle, number 34 for the Knights. On the completion, number 19, Alex Morse.
Completion to Alex Morse. Tackle on the play by Nick Wyatt. Ball marked at the 44. It's 4th down and 1 for the Cougars.
As the Cougars keep their offense on for 4th and 1. And the quick handoff from Robinson. The carry by number 12.
Hayden Whitenack.
To Whitenack for the first down. Moves the chains as it's going to be 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. Robinson with Henrik in the backfield as the lone back. Taylor, the lone receiver, to the right. Robinson keeps it himself. Finds a little bit of room. Gets into Marian territory at the 49-yard line.
I think that's about the 5th time that New Prairie has run that quarterback keeper to the right side tonight. Lots of different looks from the Cougars. Lots of different Cougars running the ball tonight.
2nd and 7 from the Knights' 49-yard line. Robinson with one back. Hands it off to Henrik, who's shedding tackles. Finally brought down by Braden Smith at the 38-yard line.
That's his 3rd carry for the night. Hendrich, 3 carries, 40 yards. Reed Robinson, 5 carries, 48 yards.
1st and 10 to go for the Cougars. Scott, the lone back in the backfield. 2 wide right, 1 to the left. Robinson takes the snap, is rolling out, decides to tuck it, and takes off. And he stumbles and falls down after flipping the field
Primrose
for an
on the tackle.
official gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 8. As the Cougars come back out with 2 receivers on the far side, 1 near side. Scott in the backfield. As Reed hand off to Scott up the middle. Has a blocker. Dirty laundry on the field. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 10-yard line, but it's going to come back.
Boy, the New Prairie Cougars is having great success running the ball up the middle against the Marian Knights.
Holding on the offense is going to back the Cougars up. What was looking to be a great gain by Scott is coming back. Officially marked at the 41-yard line. Second and 13, here to go. As Robinson with 1 back. Drops back, steps up, looking, throwing, and it's Kamichek. Kamichek making a spin move, still fighting for yards, and is swarmed by that Marian Knights defense, but not before he gets the first down. Marked down at the 21-yard line. First down for the Cougars. So Reed Robinson with Hayden Scott in the backfield. Henrik out wide right. Bo Kamichek out to the left. Handoff to Scott up the middle. Able to get it down to about the 17-yard line. Second and 6 here to go for the Cougars.
Game 5 on the play.
As Robinson with Scott in the backfield. Kamichek out wide left. Henrik to the right. Roll out from Robinson. Lets it rip. And it's bobbled by Henrik, but ultimately incomplete. As it's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Cougars. as there's a flag down on the play.
Oh.
Holding against the Cougars. Backs them up 10 more. As they're backed up to the 27-yard line. Second and 16. Here to go. As Robinson steps up in the pocket, rolling out, lets it rip.
Intercepted.
And it's intercepted by Quinn Roan, who's making some moves. Dirty laundry on the field, but ultimately brought down at the 30-yard line as a turnover for the Marian Knights. A much-needed break from this Marian defense, as there's a flag on the play. Illegal block in the back.
Okay, that'll move the ball back 15. Marian will keep the ball.
Now the call is going to be a block in the back.
Illegal block called against the Knights.
Yeah, block in the back on Marian. Backs them up as the interception does stand.
The interception does stand. We'll move the ball back 10 yards.
First and 10 as Mitch Fimble comes out for the Knights to take over. First and 10 at their own 21-yard line. Trip set out wide to his right. The single back is Osmond in the backfield. Fimble to throw, rolling out, lets it rip. And it's a little high, looking for Brooks, as it brings up second and 10 for the Knights as they trail 7-14 with
1.6 seconds to
no
go.
time at all on the clock.
In the first quarter. This first quarter that's lasted forever and has been dominated by New Prairie. Too many mistakes by the Knights in the first quarter.
Fimble with two receivers to the right, two to the left. Osmond, the single back to Fimble's left, sends a receiver in motion. The handoff to Osmond as a gain of 2, brought down by Lucas Maupin. And that'll be the end of the first quarter of action, as the Marian Knights trail 7-14 against the New Prairie Cougars. And as the teams flip sides, we're going to take a quick 30-second break. When we come back, we'll get ready for this second quarter of play.
Did you know there's a place right here in Mishawaka that provides comfort and care for families of sick or injured children? Ronald McDonald House Charities of Mishawaka gives families everything they need, whether it's a hot shower, a comfortable bed, or a home-cooked meal. This allows parents to truly prioritize the health and well-being of their child. Because of people in this community just like you, RMHC Mishawaka provides their services at zero cost to the families. Find out how you can volunteer or donate to rmhcmishawaka.org.
As we get ready to get this second quarter underway,
I have a scoreboard update. Concord 35, Goshen 0 in the second quarter. Snyder 28, Northrop 7 in the second quarter. Triton 17, Western 14, second quarter. Penn 3, Elkhart 0 in the first. Northridge 22, Wawa C 0 in the second. Knox 6, Jimtown 0 in the second. North Miami 8, South Central 6 in the first. South Bend and Washington both tied at 14 in the second.
3rd and 6 as Fimble takes the snap. Looking to throw, and The pass is incomplete, but we have some dirty laundry on the field as the pass was intended for Aiden Hansen.
That's going to be a pass interference against the Cougars. Now the Cougars beginning to accumulate mistakes. Several holding calls on their last offensive drive. And now I think a pass interference.
Pass
against
interference
the Cougars.
against the Cougars.
Whoa, they're walking the ball. Okay, there we go.
They had to walk back to the line of scrimmage in order to mark it off.
Hey, it's a first down. Get it any way you can.
As the ball is now spotted at the 40-yard line of Marian. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at their own 40.
Marian needs to hold on to the ball here for a while.
As 3 receivers near side, 1 far side.
Just take
Osman, the single back, to Fimble's right. Fimble sends a receiver in motion. Takes the snap, handoff to Osman up the middle.
There he goes.
And out to about the 46-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play.
That's their workhorse, number 2, Brian Osman. He has rushed the ball only 4 times tonight for 10 yards. Must be a part of New Prairie's game plan to shut him down.
Gain of 6 yards on the play.
2nd and 4. 2 receivers near side, to the far side. Osman, the single back, send a receiver in motion. Fimble, hands off to Osman. And he gets enough for the first down as they move the chains.
This Marian Night first down is brought to you by J Mill Packaging and the DeRoll family.
The ball is spotted at just about the 50-yard line. 2 receivers near side. 1 far side with Osman as the single back. Fimble ready to take the snap. Handoff to Osman yet again.
Yes.
Stumbles forward. Officially brought down by Hayden Scott of the Cougars, as it's going to be marked down at the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 8.
Second and 2.
Now this is beginning to look like the Knight offense. Holding on to the ball, running with Osman, pushing the ball down
Fimble
the
in the
field.
shotgun. Sends 2 receivers in motion. Far side to near side. Osman in the backfield. Fimble hands it off to Osman yet again. And Osman is tripped up by Harrison Groves of this defense. Harrison Groves proven to be a factor on this Cougars team.
It's a third down and
Third down and 3.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 3 for the Knights.
2 receivers on the far side, 2 to the near side. Fimble in the shotgun with Osman to his left. Sends a receiver in motion. The handoff to Osman.
There you go.
Brought down at the 39-yard line as it's a Marian Knight first down.
And this is what we're used to seeing from the Marian Knights. Taking control of the football, rushing it up the field. Right behind their center,
First down.
Preston Shue.
Fimble in the shotgun yet again. 3 receivers near side with Osman to his left. Sends a receiver in motion. Fimble takes the snap, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Calls his own number, and ultimately brought down by Lucas Maupin, but not before a gain of 4.
Moffitt on the stop.
Marked down at the 36-yard line.
The Knights have yet to run Braxton Brooks from the backfield tonight.
2nd and 6. Sends a receiver in motion. Fimble takes the snap. Hand off to Osmond.
There we go.
Osmond finds some room. And he's brought down by Scott. But not before taking that ball to the 21-yard line, as it's a Marian Knight first down.
The offensive line of Prescott Horvath, Mark Warbington, Preston Shue, Giovanni Garcia de la Torre, and Doran Brooks paving the way for Osmond to get those first downs. And every first down this year is brought to you by J-Mill Packaging and the Dorol family.
And Fimble sends a receiver in motion. Fimble takes the snap, fakes the handoff with a rollout, looking to throw, and he's swallowed up by none other than Harrison Groves of this New Prairie Cougars defense. As Harrison Groves records his 3rd sack on the year.
It's a loss of 9 yards.
Bringing the ball back to the 31-yard line. Loss of 9 on the play. 2nd and 19. 3 receivers near side. Receiver in motion. Fimble with the fakes the handoff.
There we go.
Goes
There's
with
Brooks.
the option.
There's Brooks.
And Brooks gets the option as Fimble with a quick pitch. Gain of about 8, as it's going to be 3rd and 11 from the Cougars' 25-yard line. Check that, 24-yard line.
3rd and 10.
Fimble takes the snap, looking to throw, lets it rip just behind Braxton Brooks, who is the intended receiver.
Looks like miscommunication between Brooks and Fimble.
It's going to bring up 4th and 11.
Well, let's see. I wonder if we're in field goal range.
As Davidson looks like he's going to keep his offense on the field.
Primrose has made field goals from a long distance, but I'm not sure what his range is tonight.
Fimble with 2 receivers near side to the far side. Osmond as the single back to his left. Steps into the pocket, lets it rip, and it's just behind his receiver intended for Braxton Brooks. And the Cougars are going to take over on downs at their own 23-yard line.
Beef O'Brady's in Granger now features Burger Mondays. Enjoy a fresh Angus burger with lettuce, tomato, pickles, onions, and mayo, plus fries for just $7.99. Beef's also has award-winning wings, salads, and wraps. Located at State Road 23 and Bittersweet Road. They also have dine-in and carry-out service available. Open for lunch at 11 a.m. 7 days a week. For more information, call 574-271-1415.
As Robinson center receiver in motion, it was Bo Kamichek with the sweep as a gain of 1 officially. As the Cougars are at their own 24-yard line. Robinson in the shotgun with Henrik to his right.
It's a keeper.
And it's a keeper for Robinson as the pile keeps moving. Met by a swarm of Marian defenders as it's going to be a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5. from their own 27-yard line.
We used to call this the money down for the defense. Stop him here and you get paid. Offense gets the ball back. Money down.
Robinson with Scott in the backfield. 2 receivers out far side, 1 to the near side. Roll out from Robinson, and he tucks it as he's brought up just short of that first down marker.
Tackle by number 99, Caleb Johnson.
Brings up 4th and 2.
Gain of 4 brings up 4th down and 2. Henry John to punt.
As Henrik is on the field to punt with Brooks deep. The punt from Henrik is short before going out of bounds. Marian going to take over with excellent field position already in Cougar territory. It's going to be, looks like it's going to be spotted at the 49-yard line.
Tonight's game is being sponsored by McDonald Physical Therapy and Sports Rehabilitation Center, located at 1005 North Hickory Road in South Bend. For over 3 decades, McDonald Physical Therapy and Sports Rehabilitation Center has been helping Michiana get stronger every day. Their phone number is 574-233-5754, and their website is mcdonaldpt.com.
Fimble with 2 receivers at the far side, 1 near side. Osmond, the lone back in the backfield. Hand off to Brooks on the sweep.
Oh, nice.
Makes a good move, but swallowed up by the Cougars' defense.
The block by number 7, Aiden Hansen, can't go unnoticed. Although the Knights lost a few yards on that play, number 7, Aiden Hansen, with a pancake block.
Leading the charge for that stop for the Cougars was number 16, Harrison Groves, along with Hayden Whitenack. As 2nd and 12 for this Marian offense. 2 receivers out wide left, 2 to the right. Osmond, the lone back. Fimble takes the snap. Play action, rolls out, and he's swallowed up by the defense. And none other than Harrison Groves with his 2nd sack on the evening. As the Knights are going to be backed all the way up to their own 41-yard line.
I know this is going to sound obvious, but the purpose of the offense is to move the ball forward down the field. Seems like the Knights are being driven back. Stout defense by the Cougars.
3rd and about 20. 3 receivers out wide left. Single back in the backfield is Osmond. As Fimble steps up in the pocket, lets it rip.
Oh.
And it's incomplete, intended for number 11, Terrence Lane. As it's going to be 4th down and 20. And we're going to see Mason Simonowski come out onto the field to punt for the Knights. As Keegan Taylor and Bo Kimichik is back to receive for the Cougars. As Simonowski's kick is high. Caught by Taylor. Taylor tries to reverse the field, and he's returning it back to about the 47-yard line. As excellent field position for this New Prairie team to take over, led by quarterback Reed Robinson, the 6-foot junior.
Here's a quick scoreboard update. Andrean 14, Indianapolis Chittard 6, River Forest 7, Knoll 0, Griffin 7, Up 7 points to 0. Elkhart 7, Penn 3.
Robinson with Scott as lone back in the backfield. One receiver to the right, two to the left. Hand off to Scott. Scott Stanson, stiff arming. And he fights for the yardage, enough for the first down. And he's marked down at the 45-yard line, already in Marian territory. As 1st and 10 as the Cougars lead 14-7 with a minute 45 left to go in this half.
This Cougar offense is impressive. Several players have run the ball tonight. Not just one, several.
Robinson with one back. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Hand off to Scott. Scott fights for a gain of 3.
Tackle by number 53, Caden Lee Jr.
And the Cougars take a quick timeout.
Call Troy Gill, your local licensed insurance agent with Health Markets Insurance Agency in Northern Indiana. Choosing the right Medicare plan for you can be confusing. Let Troy help you find a plan that best fits your needs and budget. Call 574-360-0791 to speak with a licensed insurance agent for a free appointment virtually, by phone, or in person to review your specific needs and help find a plan that's right for you. Call 574-360-0791 today. Health Markets Insurance Agency is licensed in all states and D.C. Service and product availability varies. Agents may be compensated based on enrollment. No obligation to enroll. And Troy Gill with Health Markets Insurance Agency. They sponsor all timeouts and touchdowns in tonight's game.
Second and 8 for the Cougars as Robinson in the shotgun takes the snap, looking to throw.
Knocked down.
Batted down at the line of scrimmage.
That's our guy, number 99, Caleb Johnson.
Caleb Johnson.
Robinson's pass knocked down by Caleb Johnson.
The 6'2", 223-pound senior, not letting the ball get by him there.
And he can intercept those. He did it 2 weeks ago. Returned the ball for a touchdown.
Not to mention, he's got enough stamina to take the ball 73 yards. Reed in the shotgun, single back.
It's a keeper.
With the option, keeps it. And he's still going, still on his feet, as he's finally pushed out of bounds by the whole Marian defense.
Oh, that's his 10th rush tonight for 77 yards.
As he advances the ball all the way to the 17-yard line, bringing another first down for the Cougars.
You know, the only way to tackle that quarterback is to gang tackle. More than one person bringing him down. He's too strong. He's too strong to be brought down by himself.
Robinson with one back in the backfield. One receiver split wide right. Handoff to Henrik. And Henrich is brought down at about the 17-yard line, as it's going to be 2nd and 8. As another timeout.
Timeouts are brought to you by Troy Gill with Health Markets Insurance Agency. Call Troy with all your life, health, and Medicare needs at 574-360-0791. That's 574-360-0791.
Our coverage of Marian High School sports on the Regional Radio Sports Network is presented by our friends at Harrison Sons Construction. For over a decade, Harrison Sons Construction have offered full-service remodeling and construction. Projects include kitchen, bathroom, and interior home remodeling. In addition, Harrison Sons Construction also offers roofing, siding, and exterior painting. For more information on the services of Harrison Sons Construction, phone number is 574-514-2104. As Robinson and the Cougars come back out on the field, ready to go. Robinson in the shotgun, 2nd and 9, with Henrik as the lone back. Kamichek, the lone receiver, to the left. Sends the tight end in motion. Snap and the give to Henrik.
Joe Boone and Harrison.
A gain of
Gibbons
about
on the tackle.
1. Moves the ball to the 16-yard line. As
it's the last timeout for New Prairie in this half. And it's 3rd down and 9. The score is only 14-7, but it seems like New Prairie should have more points than they do. They've won the first half, but as we saw against Mishawaka in week 1, there are 2 halves of football to play. I hope that's what Marian is thinking about when they go into their locker room at halftime.
Marian has proven on several occasions that they can be a second-half powerhouse, but we'll see if they're able to hold the Cougars for the last 42 seconds as the Cougars are leading 14-7 in the second quarter of play.
I think Marian needs to bring some heat.
Henrik, the lone back in the backfield.
Come on, Joe Boone.
Has the handoff from Robinson to Henrik. And he finds a gap, and he's in for the touchdown as he gains the 17 yards. And it's going to be an official 17-yard touchdown for the Cougars, increasing their lead 20-7, pending a Logan Chalik extra point.
Gosh, I recall in the pregame interview with Coach McKim saying that Hendricks was one of their fastest players, not only on their team, but in the school. And it showed there on that run. Burst of speed.
As it's Trenton Mamaza to hold. And the kick from Chalik is up and good, increasing their lead to 21-7 with 36.1 left to go in this second quarter of play. As the Knights come back on. To get ready to return this kick. 36 seconds left to go. As Quinn Roan and Braxton Brooks are back deep to receive. Chalik getting set to kick.
What will the kickoff be this time? Will it be a pooch? Will it be a squib?
And
it's another pooch.
It's another pooch kick. But this time into the hands of Braden Smith, who refuses to let that ball touch the ground, holding on for dear life as he goes down at the 42-yard line. As the Knights look to take over
I really like the New Prairie kickoff strategy. It gives their team a chance to recover the ball every time now. The downside is Marian starts the drive at the 40-yard line. However, they came so close once again to recovering that kickoff.
As Fimble in the shotgun. 3 receivers near side. Lone back is Osman. Fimble looking for a rollout, but hands it off to Osman, who's fighting for the yardage. Brings up 2nd and 1 from Cougar territory at the 48-yard line.
Timeouts are brought to you by Troy Gill and Health Markets Insurance Agency. Call Troy with all your life, health, and Medicare needs at 574-360-0791. That's 574-360-0791. You know, since the opening kickoff, when New Prairie did that squib kick, pooch kick down the field, it just knocked Marian off balance, and I don't think they've been able to recover from that. They just seem to be out of sync tonight.
I feel like a lot of the momentum coming into this game from Marian was really disrupted by that kick from the beginning. And not only was it a smart move by New Prairie, but it was also a way to get into your opponent's head. And it definitely showed that it worked, as Fimble is in the shotgun with Osman to his right. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. 2nd and 1. Fimble rolling out. Step up. Lets it rip. And just throws it away. Brings up 3rd and 1. 23.5 seconds left in this first half of play as the Knights trail 7-21 to the New Prairie Cougars.
Third down and 1.
Fimble. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 1 single running back.
There's Deuce Owens.
Gets it to Owens for the first down. As they're going to move the chains and spot the ball at the 39-yard line. Excuse me. And the Knights are going to call their second timeout.
Timeouts are brought to you by Troy Gill with Health Markets Insurance Agency. Call Troy with all your life, health, and Medicare needs at 574-360-0791. That's 574-360-0791.
Let me tell you, the Knights may be down 14 points, but you can't really be too disappointed of what you're seeing from Mitch Fimble. I mean, last week he got the reins for the first half. This week, so far, he's got the reins for the first half, and he's doing a really good job so far. First and 10 for the Knights. Fimble in the shotgun. 3 receivers out wide right. Rolls out, lets it go. And the pass is caught along the sidelines by none other than Deuce Owens.
It's a Marian first down. They are brought to you by J Mill Packaging and the DeRoll family.
Ball spotted at the 30-yard line as Marian goes hurry up. Fimble gets the quick snap in the spike. Stops the clock with 10.4 left to go, as Marian just wants a chance to take a shot.
You know, they do have the quarterback that can make that pass, and they do have the receivers that can run the route and catch the ball. But the Marian offensive line is going to have to hold up, especially blocking number 16, Harrison Groves. He's had 2 quarterback sacks in the first half so far. For each time, more than a 10-yard loss.
I'll tell you, this New Prairie defense, especially their interior linebackers, are really quick, able to shoot those gaps. And if you're Marian, you're just trying to throw a body in front of them just to at least slow them down, if not get a whole block on them. That way they can't make a play in the backfield. But you want to give Fimble some time.
Uh-oh.
And it looks like Davidson's going to call that last timeout.
Oh, timeouts. Timeouts are brought to you by Troy Gill with Health Markets Insurance Agency. Call Troy with all your life, health, and Medicare needs at 574-360-0791. That's 574-360-0791. Also, Troy Gill with Health Markets, they bring us touchdowns as well, so I hope I get to read this advertisement one more time before half.
Mishawaka up over Warsaw, 10-7. Northbridge, 37. Wawasee, 2. And in the third quarter, Northwood leads Plymouth, 10-7.
I have a scoreboard update. New Haven, 21. Belmont, 3. Leo, 20. Huntington North, 7. East Noble, 35. Columbia City, 0. Maryville, 20. Valparaiso, 6. Judson, 34. Winnemac, 0.
Fimble in the shotgun. 3 receivers wide right, 1 to the left. Fimble lets it rip. And the pass is broken up, intended for Brooks, as 5.2 ticks left to go on the clock in this first half of action, as the Knights trail 7-21 against the New Prairie Cougars.
Okay, that was a pretty well executed play by the Knights, but a better executed play by the Cougars. That's number 3, their quarterback. Their quarterback broke up that play. Number 3, Reed Robinson.
As Fimble takes the snap, looking in the pocket, and he's unable to get anywhere. But he throws it away because there's no receiver in the area. They're going to throw a flag on the play for intentional grounding.
All right, we got a field goal attempt.
As brings up 4th and 10.
Lucas Primrose.
So it brings up 4th and 10 with 0.7 seconds left to go in the half.
He's got a leg. He can. He's their kickoff man, and he can kick the ball from the kickoff tee into the end zone. He's made 4 touchbacks this year.
The hold from Fimble, the kick from Primrose, and just short.
Just short.
It's going to be a no good, as the Knights trail the Cougars 7-21 in this first half of action. And when we come back, we'll talk about some first half stats, and then we will talk to the head coach of the Marian Knights, in Coach Mike Davidson. We got a chance to catch up with him in the pregame, and we're going to bring you that interview in a few moments.
Every day, the men and women of the United States Marine Corps demonstrate their commitment to defend the American way of life. Since 1775, wherever the mission takes us, we always remember the land we call home. As Marines, we take a stand for our nation, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines. If the world we live in spoke to you, it would have a torrent of things to say. It would say meaning is subjective. Belonging, just...
Hi, this is Paul Condry of the Regional Radio Sports Network. That may be my professional title, but did you know that I'm also the son of a U.S. Navy World War II veteran and the proud father of a United States Marine? Let me share with you something very close to my heart. It's called the Semper Fi Fund, and its program America's Fund, which provides immediate lifetime support for post 9/11 wounded, critically ill, and injured members of the U.S. Armed Forces, veterans, and their families to ease recovery and transition back home to their communities. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. The basic idea that drives these efforts is simple. For as much as our heroes have sacrificed, they deserve the best care and support available in their hour of need, whenever it may occur. The Semper Fi Fund, a 4-star charity and an A+ rating, has served over 16,000 members since 2004. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. For more information, visit them online at www.semperfifund.org.
Did you know there's a place right here in Mishawaka that provides comfort and care for families of sick or injured children? Ronald McDonald House Charities of Mishawaka gives families everything they need, whether it's a hot shower, a comfortable bed, or a home-cooked meal. This allows parents to truly prioritize the health and well-being of their child. Because of people in this community just like you, RMHC Mishawaka provides their services at zero cost to the families. Find out how you can volunteer or donate to rmhcmishawaka.org.
Welcome back to Bob Otulski Field here at Mishawaka Marian High School. And as we look at that first half of stats, the Knights just unable to get things rolling against the Cougars. Mike, what are we seeing as far as some of these stats?
Well, for the Knights, Osman has carried the ball 10 times for 55 yards. Fimble 3 times for negative 13 yards. That includes 2 quarterback sacks. Braxton Brooks has carried the ball twice for 7 yards. Mitch Fimble, he has thrown the ball 8 times, completed 4 for 75 yards. Deuce Owens with 3 receptions, 37 yards. And Jack DeRoll, 1 reception for 38 yards and a touchdown. The only Marian Knight touchdown of the night.
And on the contrary, I feel that this Cougars team had it rolling from the very beginning. Marian started to pick up a little bit closer towards the end of the half, but this Cougars team has just been dominant on both fronts so far.
Right. The offensive stats for the Cougars. Reed Robinson, he has passed the ball 7 times, which I'm surprised because they are primarily a running team. But he has 3 completions for 40 yards. 3 receivers have caught the ball. Keegan Taylor, 1 for 10. Bo Kumichek, 1 catch for 15 yards. And Zach Hendrich, 1 for 18. The strength, though, of the Cougars is their running attack. I'm just going through the stats here. Zach Hendrich, 5 rushes for 59 yards. Reed Robinson, 6 rushes for 77 yards. Whitenack, 1 rush for 2 yards. Hayden Scott, 3 rushes for 17 yards. Kumachek, 1 rush for 1 yard. And that's not all. There are a few other Cougars that ran the ball, and I did not get their name down, but how many is that? How many runners do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 different Cougar players have been given the chance to run the ball. That's just really what you call diversified it's not just a one-man attack. It is a team attack. And, the Marian Knights are struggling to stop it.
Well, I got the chance to catch up with the head coach of the Marian Knights and Mike Davidson prior to the game today. Let's kick it over to that interview and hear what Coach Mike Davidson had to say about today's matchup. Friday Night Football on the Regional Radio Sports Network as the New Prairie Cougars travel to Marian High School to face the Marian Knights. I'm joined by the Marian High School Knights head coach, Mike Davidson. And Coach, last week you guys took out Washington 41-14, and a lot of guys got playing time, especially toward the end of the game. What did you guys as a coaching staff like about your depth players stepping up, especially your young quarterbacks who got some action late in the game? What did you see, and what did you like about what you saw?
I was just happy that some of those young guys were able to get in under the Friday night lights. I mean, it's a different atmosphere versus playing a JV game on a Saturday morning or a freshman game on a Thursday night. So I was happy to see those guys come out, and they played hard. I thought offensively they executed a few things pretty well. Defensively, saw some things that certainly we need to work on. But at the same time, they went out, they did what we asked, and that's all I can ask for.
Staying on the quarterback theme, Mitch Thimble threw for 3 touchdowns in the first quarter last week. And Lucas Maher also came out in the second half and played very well. How much more confident is this team with both of those guys at this point in the season? And then let's say in the beginning, what were you questioning about that position?
Well, they would have made my life a lot easier if one of them would have just taken it. They were competing all summer, spring and summer, and neither one of them did anything that just said, this is mine. They did a lot of good things, both of them did, but neither one of them just were consistent enough and aggressive enough in their approach as far as just, hey, this is mine, I got you, coach. And so really these first 4 or 5 weeks, Lucas had a lot of shots, and he did some good things, but the number one thing about that position and offensive football in general is you can't turn the ball over. And that's one of the things we came away clean last week. No turnovers. I thought Mitch did a good job. And Mitch is a football player. He was playing safety for us, spur of the moment. He went in, I think it was week 3, if I'm not mistaken, against Adams. Played a great first half against Penn, and then he went in at quarterback the second half. So he's just a football player back there and making some good plays, some good reads. I think both are at their best when they're not asked to do everything, and we're not going to do that to them. But they just got to be willing to take what the defense is giving them based off of the play call, and we'll be fine. Switching
gears to the defense, they showed up ready to play early on in that game last week and didn't allow an offensive play of double-digit yards until well after that game was put away. What did you see in that group a week ago that maybe was missing in the game against Penn the week prior?
Yeah, the game against Penn, we gave up 24 points, and 14 of those were on our own side of the field. And then another one was a long touchdown run that their running back made 3 or 4 of our guys miss, and he would have made a lot of people miss. So really, giving up 24 to Penn was not on our defense as much as poor field position because our offense was turning the ball over. Our defense has played well all season long. I think they're humming. They're communicating better than they have in the last couple of years. And when you got that many seniors running around, I think that's going to happen. But overall, it starts up front. We want to take care of their run game, whether it's Washington, Penn, tonight New Prairie, and try and make the quarterback beat us in the air. Because high school football, if you run the ball well, you're going to be a pretty damn good team. We want to take that away.
2/3 of the way through the season thus far, it just seems like yesterday that you had the opening night game against Mishawaka. How far has this team come since that very first week of practice back in the summer?
Yeah, no, I mean, growth is key if you want to succeed at this level, and not being stagnant, not being satisfied. And so, if you go all the way back to the first week of the summer, man, I can't begin to describe. But even just since the last 6 weeks since Mishawaka, some guys have stepped into to roles that they had never played before. They've gotten more comfortable, more confident, and when you play with confidence, you can play this game at a high level.
Casey McKim and this new Prairie Cougars team come into town. What do they do on film that could cause the Knights some problems? But also, what are some keys for the Knights to leave here with a victory?
Well, they don't beat themselves. I mean, they're a well-coached team. They're a well-coached team. They're not going to beat themselves. Whether that's penalties, turnovers, they don't do them. They take care of the ball offensively. They use their line and leverage to establish the run. And defensively, man, they got guys flying around. They are fast and physical, so we got our hands full tonight.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
Since its founding in 1954, Hoosier Spring Company has developed into one of the world's leading manufacturers of custom springs for the aerospace, military, and commercial sectors. 3 generations of the Suth, Lintic, and Nitz families have demonstrated their commitment to Catholic education by providing tuition assistance to numerous students attending area Catholic schools and by providing financial assistance to numerous other area Catholic school initiatives. Go Knights! Halftime is brought to you by Hoosier Spring Company and the Suth, Lintec, and Nitz families.
Every day, the men and women of the United States Marine Corps demonstrate their commitment to defend the American way of life. Since 1775, wherever the mission takes us, we always remember the land we call home. As Marines, we take a stand for our nation, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines. If the world we live in spoke to
Our coverage of Marian High School sports on the Regional Radio Sports Network is presented by our friends at Harrison Sons Construction. For over a decade, Harrison Sons Construction have offered full-service remodeling and construction. Projects that include kitchen, bathroom, and interior home remodeling. In addition, Harrison Sons Construction also offers roofing, siding, and interior-exterior painting. For more information on the services of Harrison Sons Construction, phone number is 574-514-2104.
Since its founding in 1954, Hoosier Spring Company has developed into one of the world's leading manufacturers of custom springs for the aerospace, military, and commercial sectors. 3 generations of the Suth, Lintec, and Nitz families have demonstrated their commitment to Catholic education by providing tuition assistance to numerous students attending area Catholic schools and by providing financial assistance to numerous other area Catholic school initiatives. Go Knights! Halftime is brought to you by Hoosier Spring Company and the Suth, Lintec, and Nitz families. Tonight's game is being sponsored by McDonald Physical Therapy and Sports Rehabilitation Center, located at 1005 North Hickory Road in South Bend. For over 3 decades, McDonald Physical Therapy and Sports Rehabilitation Center has been helping Michiana get stronger every day. Their phone number is 574-233-5754, and their website is mcdonaldpt.com.
As we turn our direction back towards the field, both teams stretching themselves back out, getting ready to start this second half of play as the clock is ticking down, getting ready for this third quarter of action to start as the Knights trail the Cougars 7-21.
Couple of scores in the area. Kankakee Valley scores with 3.8 seconds left in the second quarter. KV 7, Lowell 0. Maryville 27, Valparaiso 7. 1:14 left to go in the second quarter. Beef O'Brady's in Granger is the place to go before or after the game, locally owned and operated for more than a decade. They are a family-oriented business featuring a private party room with seating for up to 60 people, along with an outside patio area that can seat up to 20 guests. Located at State Road 23 and Bittersweet Road, Beef's has daily specials Monday through Friday and offers dine-in and carry-out service. They are also the spot to watch all of your sporting events. For more information, the website is www.beefobradys.com or call 574-271-1415. Beef O'Brady's, good food, good sports. Beef's is also the place where Paul Condry each Thursday evening at 6 o'clock hosts the Coach's Box. You can go to the restaurant and watch it live in person, or you can listen to it on 91.1 The Globe. Paul always has interesting guests on his show, and he knows how to ask just the right question to keep it entertaining.
Absolutely. And if you're unable to make it there, a good place to tune in is you can tune in to 91.1 FM The Globe, or you can go to globeradio.org, and that's where you can find it online. Or there's the Globe Radio app that will also give you access to the radio station, so you can hear Paul Condry in the Coach's Box every Thursday evening, live from Beef O'Brady's in Granger.
As we start the second half, New Prairie, as you recall, did a pooch kick and recovered the ball to begin the first half. They will be receiving the ball to begin the second half. So the Marian Knights, they're going to have to come out and stiffen up their defense a bit and to hold back the Cougars, give their ball back to the offense. It can be done. We saw Mishawaka do it to the Knights 6 weeks ago. Now it's time for the Knights to take that lesson that they've learned and use it against the Cougars.
And I mean, if you're Coach Mike Davidson, you're saying tackle whoever you think has the ball, because there are 7 options that they proved in the first half, 7 different ball carriers. So they've proven that anybody can touch the ball. So
yeah, there's so much diversity with the New Prairie offense tonight. I mean, they have 6-7 ball carriers tonight, all gaining positive yardage. Looks like number 22 for the Knights,
as Primrose is jogging out,
Lucas Primrose, will be kicking off. I think he has 4 or 5 touchbacks this season. He's got a leg, and he nearly made that 47-yard field goal just before the end of the half. It had the distance. It was just a little short. It went under the crossbar instead of over.
Concord's up 49-0 on Goshen. Northridge 44-2 over Wawasee. And Plymouth
as Oberle and Kamichek back to receive for the Cougars.
Primrose on to kick off.
Kick. Oh, the short kick from Primrose.
And they got it.
And just able to get it outside that 10-yard window. The ball must advance 10 yards before the offense is able to recover.
Wow.
And he gets it after 11 yards. Spotted inside Cougar territory at the 49 as the Knights take over to start the second half of action.
So many big plays in the kicking game tonight. Onside kick recovered. I didn't see who recovered.
I think that was Lucas Primrose.
So Lucas Primrose.
I think he recovered his own kick. He kept it short, and
he recovered his own kick.
Has 2 receivers.
So one
near
man,
side, 2 to the far side.
One-man kickoff team.
Osmond, the lone back in the backfield. Fimble in the shotgun. Sends a receiver in motion. Takes the snap. Hand off to Osmond, who's wrapped up instantly by Hayden Whitenack. Loss of 1 on the play. Spots the ball at the 50-yard line. 2nd and 11.
You know, something that's a little different about New Prairie's defense compared to other teams, and this is something that I like about New Prairie's defense, is that they have a true nose guard. They have a player lined up over the center every time.
As Fimble takes the snap, looking to throw.
Nice.
Finds Jack to roll. Looking to make a move and swallowed up by a bunch of defenders, but not before he's able to get to the 40-yard line as he loses his helmet in the process.
He has to come out for a play.
As Terrence Lane subbing in for the roll. As he takes a moment to get his helmet back on.
Correction on that last call, game of 10. 3rd down and inches for the Knights.
3rd down and inches.
Fimble with 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Osmond the lone back. Fimble in the shotgun. Hands off to Osmond. Finds a gap. Enough for the 1st down and a little bit more. Ball spotted at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Knights as they trail 7-21 in this 3rd quarter of play with 10:50 left to go. Fimble with trips left. Single receiver to the right. Sends a receiver in motion. Osmond the lone back from the shotgun. Fimble takes the snap. Looking to throw. Steps up. Lets it rip. Finds Owens wide open in the middle of the field. Owens is going to go all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. That's going to be a 38-yard touchdown pass from Fimble to Owens, as they decrease their deficit to just 8, pending a Primrose extra point.
You know, I wish we had instant replay so you could see that the blocks were made.
The snap, the hold by Fimble. The kick is up by Primrose and good, as it's now just a 7-point deficit as the Knights trail 14-21 with 10:21 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
On that touchdown pass and catch, there was a very effective block by Brian Osmond. He picked up a blitzing outside backer, was able to stop that backer so that Fimble could roll to the right and make that throw for the touchdown. What do you think? Are we going to see a second onside kick here?
I feel like the worst thing we can do is try to predict special teams tonight. These special teams are making plays tonight and definitely playing a factor in this game.
All right, 21-14. Coach Davidson slipping a little bit. Let's see.
Once again, Oberling and Kamichek back to receive for New Prairie, as Primrose is set up to kick. Hand in the air like he doesn't care. Kickoff.
Almost a little bit of a pooch.
Caught by Kamichek and
there we go.
Swallowed up by none other than 99, Caleb Johnson.
Sometimes it just takes one play like that to spark a defense.
And the Cougars start their drive from the 22.
To wake up the defense, stiffen up a bit.
Ball marked at the 23-yard line, first and 10, Cougars.
That's number 5 in a quarterback.
And yeah, it looks like Robinson went through a number change at halftime. He's rocking number 5.
Zach Henrich brought down in the backfield.
As the handoff was to Henrich, who loses about 4 on the play, brings up 2nd and 14.
Quarterback number 5 is still Reed Robinson. His jersey was damaged during the first half and needed to change to number 5.
And Reed Robinson now rocking that number 5 jersey.
I think that is the first negative rushing play for the Cougars tonight.
As receiver in motion is Kamichek, and Kamichek does get the handoff. Ball is out and picked up by the defense.
Fumble.
Seth Kerzeder with the fumble recovery. Returns it all the way to the 6-yard line. Check that, 4-yard line. As the Knights take over, 1st and goal from the 4. What a turn!
Wow.
What of a turn of events to start the game, to start the half. Check that.
Seth Kerzeder.
So the fumble by Kamichek tumbles to the ground, and Kerzeder finds it.
Wow.
As the Knights take over at the 4. 1st and goal. As Fimble with 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Osman, the lone back. Snap is high. Osman gets it. Brought down. Looks like no gain on the play.
Great recovery by Fimble. Boy, if he were just an inch shorter, that ball would be rolling around the 30-yard line.
High snap. Looked like it was going to be a dangerous situation, but Fimble able to pull it down and give it to Osman. Enough to at least get back to the line of scrimmage. Fimble in the shotgun. Osman, the lone back. 2 receivers wide right, 1 to the left. As Fimble takes it himself, calls his own number. Brought down short of the goal line. As it brings up a 3rd down and goal from the 1. Bryce Bell making the stop for the Cougars. And the gift to Osman.
Touchdown!
Is going to go over the goal line for the touchdown. Official call. And we are a Primrose.
Is that a touchdown?
Signal for a 4th down. It looks like it's going to be a 4th and short from the inches line.
Why is the
as Fimble's under center calls his own number for a tush push from Osman. Penalty on the field.
Okay, I'm confused. Is it a touchdown?
Offside against the defense prior to the call.
Still not sure if that's a touchdown call or a yardage marker.
The referee is holding up his hands like it's a touchdown. I'm confused. Are they replaying 4th down?
Okay, apparently that's close to the goal line. It's 4th and goal.
4th and goal from the inches line. As Fimble's going to call his own number
Touchdown.
yet again and get the touchdown for the Knights. And we are just a Primrose extra point from tying this game up. as the Knights still trailing 20-21, pending an extra point with 7:56 left to go in this third quarter. As Isaac Walton preparing to snap. Snap from Walton, Fimble to hold, kick from Primrose, up, and it's good. All squared away at 21 with 7:56 left to go in the third quarter. As this Marian Knights team has come out of the half strong. Posted 14 unanswered points.
Scoring drive, 4 plays, 4 yards. Mitch Fimble, 1-yard touchdown run. Set up by Caleb Johnson, slapping the ball out, and Seth Krasiner on the return.
Beef O'Brady's in Granger now features Boneless Wing Wednesdays. When you purchase either 6 or 10 boneless wings, you get another 6 or 10 boneless wings free. Located at State Road 23 and Bittersweet Road, Beef's is open for lunch at 11 a.m., 7 days a week. For more information, the website is www.beefobradys.com or call 574-271-1415. Beef O'Brady's, good food, good sports.
As Primrose is preparing to kick off, we're told by the big boss to say what up to Uncle Earl, listening in from Ohio. Thanks for tuning in.
There's a touchback.
And a touchback from Primrose.
Okay. Touchdowns are brought to you by Troy Gill with Health Markets Insurance Agency. Call Troy with all your life, health, and Medicare needs at 574-360-0791. Also, all first downs are brought to you by the J Mill Packaging and the DeRoll family.
As Robinson is in the shotgun with a lone back. Hand off to Hendrick, who finds a gap, and he's still going to the 40, out of bounds at about the 43-yard line.
Run out of bounds at the 23. Make that 43. Gain of 23.
Gain of 23 on the play brings up first down.
That's Hendrich's 7th rush of the night for about 75 yards.
Robinson in the shotgun. Hendrick to his right. Hand off to Hendrick. Yet again. Tripped up, but able to fall forward to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 4. It brings up 2nd and 6.
Tripped up by the middle linebacker, Mr. Boone, number 0. Notice New Prairie does not have any players extended from the line of scrimmage. They're all bunched up. Watch out for
it. As Robinson takes the snap, handoff to Hendrick yet again, but swallowed up by the Marian front line.
It's our man, Caleb Johnson.
As it's Caleb Johnson making the stop.
Number 99. Suddenly it's 3rd down and 7. got some split out receivers for
Robinson
the Cougars.
in the shotgun with Scott as a receiver. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. As Robinson calls his own number, and he's still on his feet. He's off to the races. He's to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! As we got a late penalty flag coming in.
Unsportsmanlike on the quarterback.
Taunting penalty against the quarterback. As the taunting penalty came before he reached the end zone. So he's going to, the ball's.
Still waiting for an official ruling.
As we're.
Personal foul.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against New Prairie. So the touchdown is going to stand officially, and the Cougars are going to kick an extra point.
Why wouldn't that be a penalty? Why wouldn't it be a penalty here assessed on the extra point?
As Chalik is in to kick for the Cougars. The hold from Amaza. The kick from Chalik is good as the Cougars regain the lead 28-21 with 6:23 left to go in this third quarter of action.
That is the 11th rush for Reed Robinson tonight for a total of 133 yards. 133 yards by Reed Robinson. He's a fast, strong player. Looks like the officials are having a conversation down there at the goal line. Officials may be discussing why they called or assessed the penalty the way that they are assessing the penalty. In the third quarter, Elkhart 7, Penn 3.
As the kickoff is going to take place from the 30-yard line.
So after the penalty, the Cougars will kick off.
So with that unsportsmanlike penalty from Reed Robinson.
I wonder if this will change the kickoff strategy for the Cougars. Will they still try to pooch kick since they have been pushed back 15 yards? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, they didn't have the ball in the right spot.
The 25 officially.
Yeah, they usually kick off from the 40. Minus 15 is 25.
As we're figuring out the kinks to this penalty.
Boy, oh boy.
Chalik's kick is off. And it's returnable as
Quentin Roan.
As Quentin Roan takes it to Cougar territory at the 49-yard line.
All right, let's see if the Knights can respond once again.
As it's about a 25-yard return from Quinn Roan.
First and 10. The New Prairie 49.
First and 10 from the 49-yard line as Fimble in the shotgun with Osmond to his right. 2 receivers near side, 2 to the far side. Fimble takes the snap, looking, throwing. And he finds Jack to roll for a short gain.
Jack Darrell on the reception. Brought down.
As brings up a gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
That's Fimble's 10th pass of the night for 144 yards total.
2nd and 8.
That's also DeRoll's 3rd catch of the night for a total of 50 yards.
Fimble with 2 receivers far side, 2 to the near side. Fakes the jet sweep, handoff to Osmond up the middle. And he's down at about the 40-yard line. We got a flag on the play.
Boy, that back judge can really throw the flag accurately. He threw the flag about 20 yards.
As it was a white neck
Face
in
mask
there.
against the Cougars.
As you get a face mask penalty
Should be 15.
against the Cougars.
So that brings the ball to the 36 on Marian Knight's first down.
As the
Marian
ball
Knight-
spotted at the 36-yard line.
This Marian Knight first down is brought to you by J Mill Packaging and the DeRoll family.
Snap to Fimble. Fimble looking to throw quick. Finds DeRoll. And he's down at about the 30-yard line.
But, you know, Marian is
Gain of 6.
Marian is primarily, in my opinion, a running team. But tonight they've really turned into a passing team. The passing seems to be working better than the run tonight.
I mean, it starts with the guys up front. Fimble has had a decent pocket all day. And then at times able to roll out and find the man open down the field. And we got a penalty flag prior to the snap.
We got a lot
False start against the offense. It's going to back them up 10 yards. Check that, 5 yards.
It's those dead ball penalties that can definitely stymie a drive. 2nd down and 9.
2nd and 9 from the 34-yard line. Fimble with 1 back. 2 receivers far side, 1 and 2 in the near side. Sends 1 in motion. Hand off to Osmond up the middle. Brought down at the 30-yard line by Isaac Frank.
Frank.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
That is Osmond's 14th rush of the night for about 60 yards.
It's 3rd down and 5 for the Knights.
Fimble in the shotgun with Brooks in the backfield. Hand off to Brooks.
There he goes.
Brooks finds an opening.
There he
Breaking
goes.
tackles. He's to the
There he
5 and
goes.
into the end zone. That's Braxton Brooks. With a penalty in the back corner of the end zone.
I've been waiting for Braxton Brooks to carry the ball out of the backfield, and here it is. That is his 3rd carry of the night. He has a total of 37 yards.
As we await a Primrose extra point. Unsportsmanlike conduct was the penalty after the play. So the touchdown stands. The penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. As Isaac Walton set to snap. The snap from Walton. Fimble with the hold, and Primrose with the kick, and it's good. Tied back up at 28. 3:48 left to go in this third quarter of play.
Touchdowns are brought to you by Troy Gill with Health Markets Insurance Agency. Call Troy with all your life, health, and Medicare needs at 574-360-0791. That's 574-360-0791.
Our coverage of Marian High School sports on the Regional Radio Sports Network is presented by our friends at Harrison Sons Construction. For over a decade, Harrison Sons Construction have offered full-service remodeling and construction. Projects include kitchen, bathroom, and interior home remodeling. In addition, Harrison Sons Construction also offers roofing, siding, and interior-exterior painting. For more information on the services of Harrison Sons Construction, phone number is 574-514-2104.
Excuse me, that was Braxton Brooks on the touchdown run.
As Braxton Brooks gets his third rushing touchdown on the year.
That's only his third rush of the evening. 37 yards total. Touchdown. One touchdown. Boy, it seems like New Prairie has an unsportsmanlike penalty, pushes the kickoff back 15 yards now.
As
Marian.
both teams are finding their kickoff homes at the 25-yard line.
I mean, this has been the most unpredictable play of the game. Each kickoff is an adventure here.
Primrose to kick with Kamichek and Taylor back deep. Check that, Eberly. Eberly with the catch. Returning back. And he's still on his feet. And he's out to midfield at the 50.
Overly on the return, 35 yards.
Wait, it just seems like tonight the Marian Knights, their tackling hasn't been very, very good tonight. Kind of showed on that play again.
As the Cougs take back over at midfield. 1st and 10. Reed Robinson going with a tight bunch. He's got Henrik as the lone back. And the handoff to Henrik. Finds a little bit of a gap. Falls forward for a gain of 5.
Tackle by number 6, Braden Smith. Safety for the Knights, leading tackler this season.
As it's 2nd and 5 in Marian territory.
You know, the defense needs to get a hat on these backs before they get running at full speed. They're just so difficult to bring down when they're running full speed.
Robinson with Hendrick, the lone back yet again. Handoff to Hendrick. And
no gain.
No gain on the play. 3rd and 5 yet again. Possibly a long 4.
I don't know if you've noticed, but the Marian Knights have an extra defensive lineman in the game. They usually have 4 lining up on the line. They've had 5 the last couple of plays. It looks like they have 4 again this time.
The lone receiver far side is Bo Kamichek. Hendrick, the lone back, the handoff.
Got to get him tackled before he starts
to the lone back is swallowed up by this Marian defense for no gain. Brings up 4th and 5 as we're going to see the Cougar punt team.
Boy, New Prairie has not been able to get much going on offense here in the second half.
Isaac Frank back to punt.
Except for the one.
Brooks and Smith back. Check that, just Brooks. Back deep as the punt is up. Takes a bounce inside as Brooke picks it up. And it's spotted at about the 15-yard line. As the Knights take over off of the Cougar punt.
So far in this quarter, the Knights have scored 21 points. and the Cougars have scored 7.
Ball marked at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Knights.
As the Knights
Let's
look to try to take the lead.
I would say let's try to hold on to the ball and get a sustained drive going here and chew up some clock, but the Knights just haven't had much success running the ball. That New Prairie defense has been tough in the middle.
Fimble in the shotgun. Osmond the lone back. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. The snap, handoff to Osmond. Nope, play action. Let's it.
Yes!
And the ball is bobbled and ultimately dropped. Intended for Braxton Brooks.
That's going to definitely be pass interference.
That play action from Fimble was so good it even got me. As
they were going for a 86-yard touchdown score or drive there. 1 play, 86 yards.
I mean, in the Penn game, Fimble had a 75-yard touchdown. He was looking for the long ball.
He has thrown 12 times tonight for 150 yards.
15 yards on the play.
Mitch Fimble.
1st and 10 Marian at the 29.
As Marian gets the first down. 1st and 10 as Fimble takes the snap. Looks for the quick throw. And the pass is complete to Owens along the far sideline for a pickup of 5.
That's Owens' 5th catch of the night. 5 catches, 79 yards.
Ball located at the 34-yard line as Fimble lines up in the shotgun yet again. Osmond the lone back, 2 receivers near side, 2 to the far side. Sends a receiver back in motion. Takes the snap, handoff to Osmond. As Osmond's finding a hole.
Snuck through. I think he has enough for a first down.
For a Marian Knights first down.
The Marian Knight first down is brought to you by J-Mill Packaging and the DeRoll family.
As the clock is ticking down with 37 seconds left to go in this third quarter of play. Fimble in the shotgun. Looking for the hard count. Sends a receiver into motion. Brings a third receiver in the slot.
Oh!
Snap over the head of Fimble. Bobbled. Fimble able to pick it up, throw it away. And the pass is incomplete. As could have been a dangerous situation for the Knights. Fimble's able to get it out of harm's way. But luckily in the direction of a receiver. Don't want an intentional grounding penalty.
Well, one thing that I do like about New Prairie's defense, and I mentioned this earlier in the broadcast, is that the New Prairie defense has a nose guard. That means there's a defensive lineman that lines up over the center. And when that happens, that puts a lot of pressure on the center because he has to snap and get his hands up to block.
2nd and 10 from the 40. As Fimble takes the snap, play action, and looks like we're going to get a false start penalty against Marian.
Flags on the play, false start against the Knights.
They're going to get backed up 5 yards to the 35.
Okay, Marian's going through some adversity again.
With 18.6 seconds left to go, and the clock is going to continue to tick. And it appears Davidson is just going to take it to the fourth quarter.
And that will be the end of the third quarter.
As the score is all tied up at 28.
I have some regional scores. Chesterton 3, Lake Central 8. Crown Point 42, LaPorte 0 at the half. Wheeler 14, Cal 8. Morton 14, Hamilton, Hanover Central 7. Munster 20, Highland 7. And we overheard that the Warsaw Tigers defeated the Mishawaka Cavemen tonight, 21-13.
As the Knights take the jog to the other end of the field. Ball spotted on the Marian 35-yard line.
Gosh, I feel like the NIC championship here hangs in the balance. Marian can come up with a win tonight, and if Elkhart comes up with a win tonight.
2nd and 15.
Be a championship game in a couple weeks.
As we start the fourth quarter, it's 2nd down and 15 for the Knights. Ball marked at their own 35.
Been really impressed with this New Prairie football team. Just
Fimble
really
in the shotgun.
well coached.
Osmond, the lone back, sends a receiver in motion. Handoff to Osmond up the middle.
Nice gain of 5 yards.
Gain of about 5. And it's about 3rd and 9 from the Marian 41-yard line.
You know, tonight, Osmond, their workhorse, his longest run of the night is 8. No, he had a 15-yard run.
2 receivers near side, 2 to the far side. As Osmond's the lone back. Fimble to throw, looking, steps up in the pocket, and over the head of Brooks. Brings up 4th and 9 as the Marian punt unit is jogging out onto the field, led by Mason Simonowski.
The way the special teams has been going tonight, who knows if they're really going to punt? Seems to be a lot of trickery. Special teams trickery.
As Keegan Taylor back deep for the Cougars.
Here they come.
The punt from Simonowski is high and short. Dead at the 40-yard line as the Cougars take over 1st and 10 from their own 40. With 11:11 left to go in this fourth quarter. Robinson, 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Single back is Scott in the backfield. And it's a keeper. Robinson calls his own number, and he's going. He's still off to the races, hurdles over the defender, and he's still on his feet. Finally brought down at the Knight 38-yard line.
Yeah, we got some flags.
As we have flags down on the field, and we have an injured Knight. As you hate to see it, it's number 0, Joseph Boone.
I think it's going to be clipping or block in the back. Yep, block in the back.
As looks like it appears to be a block in the back penalty against.
Boy, Marian has not been able to stop
Cougars.
Reed Robinson tonight.
As
I'm not sure how many yards he rushed there.
So, after the play, the ball was marked back 10 yards for the block in the back.
and that penalty comes after the play was over.
First and 3.
So
Okay,
they'll keep the first down. Robinson takes the snap, handoff to Scott. Scott finds the edge. And a nice carry out to the 43-yard line. Enough for the Cougar first down.
Hayden Scott, four rushes tonight for 25 yards.
Ball marked at the 43, first and 10.
Robinson with a lone back in the backfield. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. And he hands it off to Scott out of the backfield.
There we go.
Scott swallowed up.
That's Braxton Brooks on
by
defense.
Braxton Brooks.
Brooks on the stop. Short gain on the play.
See a bunch of new players in new positions. Braxton Brooks stepping in already on the year, has 3 tackles, 2 interceptions, and a fumble recovery.
He's in at middle linebacker for Joe Boone.
As Robinson's able to catch the defense with the hard count. Enough for an offside. And it's going to be 2nd and 4 as the clock continues to run. 9:45 left to go in this 4th quarter.
The score is still tied, 28-28.
Robinson with Scott as the lone running back. 2 receivers out wide right, 1 to the left. And he calls his own number, keeps it off the edge. And he's got the first down and more before being brought down out of bounds. Just inside the 20. Check that. Looks like he went out a little bit sooner. Marked down at the 24-yard line. Gain of 12 on the play. First and 10 for the Cougars, as Robinson has 2 receivers split out wide to the right, 1 to the left. Scott, the lone running back. Step up in the pocket for Robinson, lets it fly, and he had a receiver wide open. Taylor unable to come down with it. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
Boy, Reed Robinson tonight has been a really impressive player. Not only can he throw the ball with accuracy and far, but he can run. Tonight he has carried the ball for 13 times, 160 yards.
As Robinson with Scott in the backfield, fakes the
keeps his
handoff, calls his own number. And a gain of 1 on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 9.
Caleb Johnson on the stop.
3rd down and 9. Ball on the 25-yard line.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and a long 9.
I know what I would call if I were Coach McKim.
Robinson with Scott as the lone back. 1 receiver wide right. Lets it rip.
Oh, he was. No!
And he was looking for Bryce Bell out of the backfield.
Okay.
Looking for the tight end.
They're going to call pass interference against number 26, Cooper Suth. But I really believe Cooper was going for the ball, trying to get the interception. The receiver was just in the way. That was questionable.
Pass interference against the defense, as
and all the Marian fans agree with me.
As the Cougars are now spotted at the 12-yard line. Robinson with Scott in the backfield. Kamichek out wide right. Takes the snap, handoff to Scott. Scott off the edge, finds a hole, and he's in for the touchdown as the Cougars take back the lead. As it's 34-28 with 8:32 left to go, pending a Logan Chalik extra point.
Once again, New Prairie staying true to their game plan, letting several players tonight run the ball. It's not just been a 1 or 2 man show. It's been a 5, 6, 7 man show.
As Trenton Mamaza on to hold for Chalik. The snap, the hold from Mamaza. The kick from Chalik is up and
good.
No good.
Wide left. Wide left.
Missed just a hair wide to the left as the Cougars lead by just 6.
Couple of scores.
With 8:32 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Couple of scores here. Ben Davis, 44. Carmel, 30. Franklin Central, 22. Fishers, 13. That's a final. North Judson, 48. Winnemac, 6. Lawrence North, 36. Warren Central, 7. Cathedral, 49. Center Grove, 45. And I'm hearing in the booth that Elkhart, the Elkhart Lions, have beaten the Penn Kingsmen 7-3.
What do you think, Mike? Are we going to see a normal kickoff?
It's a 6-point game.
It's hard telling.
I mean, there are no normal kickoffs tonight. I think it's going to be a pooch kick.
As Chalik looks to kick off. Brooks back deep to receive.
And it's a pooch kick.
And it's a pooch kick. Takes a lucky bounce. And it's Kamichek following on it. But there's a pile as they're fighting for the ball. Ball was still free. As it is a Cougar coming up with it. It's going to be Hayden Scott coming up with the kickoff. As the Cougars stay on offense, still looking to drive, following that missed extra point in the recovered pooch kick.
So I think this game is going to get some kind of a nickname. It's like the kickoff game, the
special team special.
The special team special. I mean, my goodness.
As the Cougars start their drive already in Marian territory at the 35-yard line. Reed Robinson with Henrik in the backfield. And Kamichek out wide left. Fakes the handoff, calls his own number, keeps it himself. And he's able to get close to the first down. But just a hair short. It's going to be a second and a short one from the 31-yard line.
Robinson has now rushed the ball.
26-yard line.
He's rushed the ball 15 times for 171 yards.
Robinson with Hendrick in the backfield. Kamichek out wide left. And the handoff to Hendrick this time. And they're going to move the chains for a first down as he's brought down at the 25-yard line. First and 10 for the Cougars with 7:35 left to go as the Cougars are keeping that clock moving.
Hendrick has rushed the ball 10 times tonight for a total of 89 yards. Empty backfield.
Robinson with an empty backfield.
He's going to run it to the left.
Sends Henrich in motion. And a missed opportunity with that snap. Snap just not able to get to Robinson. Cougars are breathing a sigh of relief that they were able to recover that. Could have been a bad situation.
Couple of bad snaps from both sides tonight. Second down and 25.
Second
Empty
and
backfield.
25 as Robinson is alone in the backfield. Takes the snap, calls his own number. It's a quarterback draw. As he's fighting, he's still on his feet. Brought down at about the 27-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and long, but given the situation they were in on 2nd down, this is a little bit more manageable.
Well, more importantly, they're keeping the ball out of the Marian Knights' hands. That clock is winding down. 6 minutes to go, 34-28.
As Robinson comes to the line. Robinson's in the shotgun.
3rd down and 13.
Hayden Scott in the backfield. 2 receivers split out wide left, 1 to the right. Robinson is swallowed up in the backfield by none other than 99 Caleb Johnson for the sack. As it brings up 4th down and really long.
You know, those are the only 2 times tonight that Reed Robinson has had a negative rush. Quarterback sack 2 plays ago, and then that sack right there.
As
I'm so glad they. I was watching the offensive defensive lines on that play. Joe Boone was tackled.
As Hendrich is on to punt. The punt from Hendrich is high and short. And down out about the 27-yard line where the Knights will take over as they trail 28-34 with just under 5 minutes left to go in this contest.
It could really just be a beautiful thing if Marian can just drive down the field and score a touchdown here with 1 second left on the clock.
Fimble.
They're going to have to earn it, though.
Fimble in the shotgun. Osman, the lone back in the backfield. 2 receivers split out wide right to the left. Receiver in motion. And it's a triple option. Pitch to Braxton Brooks. And he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
That would be Hayden Whitenack with the tackle.
Loss of 6 on the play.
That's a drive killer right there. Loss of 6 yards on the first play. Why not?
As Fimble with Osman as the lone back. 3 receivers out wide right, 1 to the left. Snap to Fimble. Fimble takes a step forward, lets it rip. And it's caught by none other than number 17, Jack DeRoll. As the Knights make it 3rd and manageable from the 34-yard line. Gain of 13 on the play. Fimble gets the snap, looks to throw.
Nice. No!
And it's dropped by Deuce Owens. Bringing up a 4th down and 4.
Run the play again.
Coach Davidson's going to keep his offense out there.
Absolutely. It's 3:48 left to go in the game.
3:48 left to go in the 4th quarter. Knights trail by 6, 28-34. Fimble with Osman as the lone back. 1 receiver near side, 3 to the far side. Fimble looking to throw. Steps up, looking, throwing. And it's dropped by Terrence Lane. Thrown into heavy coverage. Lane just unable to come down with that. And it's going to be a turnover on downs as the Cougars take over. Already in great field position at the Marian 34-yard line. First and 10 from the Marian 34-yard line. As Reed Robinson comes back out onto the field. Bo Kamichek out wide right. Henrich is the lone back. Robinson fakes the handoff, calls his own number. And gonna be no gain on that play as Marian is forced to call a timeout as there are 3 minutes and 37 seconds left to go in this fourth quarter as the Knights trail 28-34.
Timeouts are brought to you by Troy Gill with Health Markets Insurance Agency. Call Troy with all your life, health, and Medicare needs at 574-360-0791. That's 574-360-0791. Well, I think I know what is going to happen here. New Prairie is going to try to run the ball to keep the clock running. And it's going to be up to the Knights to tackle them and perhaps strip the ball and get a turnover.
As the Cougars trot back onto the field.
As play resumes, 2nd and 10.
Bo Kamichek out wide left. Reed Robinson in the shotgun. With Hayden Scott to his left. Takes the snap, handoff to Scott. Scott's going to gain about 3 on the play.
Caleb Johnson from his defensive end position making the tackle.
Timeout taken by the Knights.
And
timeouts are brought to you by Troy Gill with Health Markets Insurance Agency. Call Troy with all your life, health, and Medicare needs at 574-360-0791. That's 574-360-0791. 3rd down and 9. Ball's on the 32, 33-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 33.
As I mentioned earlier this evening, Warsaw has defeated Mishawaka 21-13. And Elkhart. The Elkhart Lions have defeated the Penn Kingsmen 7-3. So if the Knights can somehow manage a way to get a win here, they have the potential to be playing in an NIC championship game. But they got to take care of business here first.
Kamichek out wide right. 2 receivers to the left. Scott in the backfield with Robinson. Robinson in the shotgun. Takes the snap.
He
fakes the
keeps it.
handoff. Calls his own number. Keeps it. He's trying to find the edge. And he's just picked up by this Marian defense.
Robinson on the keeper.
As New Prairie moves the chains. Ball, gain of 14. Ball spotted inside the 20 at the 19.
That's 18 carries tonight for Reed Robinson for a total of 181 yards.
Robinson with Scott in the backfield. Kamichek out wide left. Keeps it himself, right up the middle. Wrapped up by Smith, but he's still rolling. Finally brought down when the whole pile tumbles over.
Robinson good for a first down for the Cougars.
As brings up another first down for the Cougars. Well inside the 10 at the 6.
He's almost rushed for 200 yards tonight. Reed Robinson. New Prairie taking their time, letting the game time slip away. What a hard-fought game.
First and goal, New Prairie ball marked at the 6.
Kamichek out wide right. With the handoff from Robinson to Hendrick. And he's in for the touchdown as the Cougars increase their lead 40-28 with 2:19 left to go in the fourth quarter.
as that drive is capped off by a 2-yard rush from Zach Hendrick. And the offense is going to stay out there on the field to go for 2. Robinson under center. Handoff. Handoff to Hayden Whitenack for the 2-point conversion. Little end-around trickery there.
Did this drive start with the onside kick? Recovered by?
I believe it was a turnover on downs that started this drive. We'd also like to give another special shout out to Uncle Earl, who is tuning in from Ohio. Appreciate you staying locked in with us as we're watching a good game as the Marian Knights are trailing 28-42 against the Cougars of New Prairie.
Score update. Lawrence North 33, Warren Central 7. Hi, Uncle Earl. I can see a picture of you watching the game. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it.
You think we're going to get another Chalik pooch kick?
Why not have a kick return for a touchdown? Wouldn't that just be great?
Brooks and Roan deep.
Another
and it's going to be a little bit of a pooch kick before tumbling out of bounds.
You know, this
the
is
flag on the play for the kick out of bounds.
This is the first time I've seen New Prairie play this year. I'm wondering if this is their regular kickoff, and if so, it doesn't seem like the Knights are ready for it.
This New Prairie special teams is trying to keep their opponents on their toes, especially this week. Coming out early, right off the bat, with that onside kick early on, and that's what really started there.
Well, that was the first time that New Prairie tried the pooch to the left side of the field, and Marian had a big hole in their kickoff return coverage right where the ball was kicked.
As the Knights take possession at the 36-yard line. Fimble in the shotgun, takes the snap, rolls out. Going to go down field, finds Brooks. As Brooks goes out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play.
This can't be right. My stats must be wrong. I have that as Braxton Brooks' first reception of the night for 4 yards.
Fimble in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Looking, throwing. Finds Owens, who gets the nice little toe tap for going out of bounds at the 49-yard line. Moves the chains for the first down. 2:09 left to go in the fourth quarter.
That's 6 receptions on the night for Deuce Owens for about
Fimble in the shotgun.
87
Osmond
yards.
to his right. 3 receivers out wide right, 1 to the left. Fimble takes a snap. Rolling right. Lets it fly.
There we go. Brooks.
Finds Brooks for the gain of 11. Spotted at the 39-yard line.
Clock continues to run. Minute 54 left in the game.
Check that. Spotted at the 41-yard line. Fimble in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looking. Throwing. Under pressure.
Pass is incomplete, but we have penalty flags on the field.
I'm not sure if that's offensive or defensive pass interference. It could go either way.
Looks like that pass was intended for Brooks. Nearly picked off.
Okay.
Pass interference against the defense.
Against New Prairie.
Okay, so the ball was at the 41. It was second down and 1. Pass interference called against the defense.
As they mark it all the way down, and the Knights find themselves at New Prairie's 26-yard line. First and 10 for the Knights as Fimble is in the shotgun, takes the snap, looking, steps up in the pocket, lets it fly, and off the hands of Braxton Brooks as the pass falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. 1:39 left to go in this quarter.
Score update, Indianapolis Chatard 39, Andrean 14.
Fimble in the shotgun. Osmond to his left. 2 receivers out wide right, 1, 2 to the left. Lets it fly. Finds Jack to roll. Inbounds as the clock is ticking.
You know who made that tackle? Number 5, Reed Robinson.
Fourth and 6 as Davidson told his team to get a spike, and they spiked it using up that 3rd down. It's going to bring up 4th and 6. This could be ball game if the Knights aren't unable to convert, as Fimble is ready to take the snap. Sends a receiver in motion. Takes the snap. Rolling left. Looking, throwing. And it's off the hands of Terrence Lane as it falls to a turnover on downs for the Cougars, as they're going to take over at their own 23-yard line. And with Marian having no timeouts left, they're going to walk out of here with the win.
Really, I think the difference in this game is the kickoff teams.
As McKim is going to call a timeout for the Cougars.
So many short kicks. 1 recovered by Marian. 2 or 3 recovered by New Prairie. It was entertaining, though. It was a good back-and-forth game. Several lead changes or ties.
New Prairie coming into this game, we knew they were a strong running team, but the thing that was shocking was not only were they able to be effective on the ground, but also through the air, as well as the special teams from both teams, definitely throwing off the momentum of both teams throughout this contest. As Robinson is under center, takes the kneel. They're in victory formation. Because of the time left on the clock, he's going to have to take another one.
A few more scores here. Chesterton 17, Lake Central 16, Michigan City 7, Portage 6, Crown Point 42, LaPorte 0. Evansville Memorial 47, Evansville Wrights 7. Lowell 26.
Robinson under center, victory formation, takes another kneel.
Lowell 26.
And that's going to effectively do it for the game as the clock is ticking down. And that's going to bring us to the double zeros left in this contest as the Marian Knights fall to the New Prairie Cougars 28-42. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to discuss some of the stats from the games. We'll name our players of the game from both squads, and then we will check on out of here and go and enjoy our nights with our families.
Mishawaka that provides comfort and care for families of sick or injured children. Ronald McDonald House Charities of Mishawaka gives families everything they need, whether it's a hot shower, a comfortable bed, or a home-cooked meal. This allows parents to truly prioritize the health and well-being of their child. Because of people in this community just like you, RMHC Mishawaka provides their services at zero cost to the families. Find out how you can volunteer or donate to rmhcmishawaka.org.
There are those who dedicate themselves to a sense of honor, to a life of courage, and a commitment to something greater than themselves. They have always defended this nation and each other. They still do. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Childhood cancer it's a long road. It's hard, but St. Jude has gotten us through it. St. Jude is hope that you have a chance at life. And it goes such a long way for every child diagnosed with cancer because everything that's learned is shared all over the world. It's awesome.
Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Every day.
Back at Bob Otulski Field at Marian High School in Mishawaka, Indiana, as the Knights fell to the New Prairie Cougars by a score of 28-42. Mike, what are some of those final stats looking like, and what are your takeaways from this game?
Well, the final stats, for me anyway, is that New Prairie can run the ball with several different players. And not only that, they can also pass and catch the ball. They have some excellent skill players. I wish I had a better view of the line. I'm sure their line play was also very good tonight. As for a player of the game for the New Prairie Cougars, I mean, Reed Robinson, their quarterback, who started the game as number 3 but then changed his number to 5 at halftime. And the reason for that, I mean, he rushed the ball 15 times for 193 yards. He threw the ball he threw the ball 7 times, only for a total of 40. But he's just a really good player. And not only that, he was on defense, making plays on defense. You know, so definitely the offensive player of the game for the Cougars is Reed Robinson. The defensive player of the game for the Cougars, though, is number 12. No, not number 12.
Number 16.
Number 16, Harrison Groves. He had 2 just drive-killing quarterback sacks when Marian had some momentum, and I believe he also scored an offensive touchdown.
Now we'll switch gears to this Marian team, and this defense definitely led by senior defensive end Caleb Johnson. Some much-needed pass deflections from this Marian defense, and then some good tackles for loss throughout the game. And then switching gears to the offensive end, Marian offense, you got to give it to Mitch Fimble, able to come out here and play the whole game for Marian, lead this team and they had some effective drives. It was just a lot of the penalties really killed some of their drives. And then some of those sacks, like we said, that Harrison Groves had, able to make penetration up the middle of the line, shoot that A gap, and get to the quarterback. He was shown that it was pretty effective, but also tossing Fimble to the turf and causing them to lose enough yardage that there was just no way they were able to dig back out of that hole for that drive.
And also, Fimble, he had 0 turnovers tonight. He didn't fumble, and he didn't throw any interceptions.
With that being said, final score here at Bob Otulski Field, Marian Knights 28, Cougars 42, as the New Prairie Cougars take home the win. From all of us here, we'd like to thank the staff here at Marian High School for allowing us to come out and broadcast these games every week. And to all of you listening at home, thanks for tuning in. Thanks. Paul, Tanya Contry, as well as Mike Knezovich. Without those three, we'd just be two guys talking to each other. They make it possible for us to broadcast over the air. From myself and Mike Rock, as well as Liz Hoosier upstairs, we thank you all for listening, and have a good night, everybody.